What is up, everybody? It's Monday, September 14th. It's Talkin Brash, episode Lucky 13.
Fucking
Lucky 13 for my friend Dean, who's there somewhere.
Dean.
Well, it's not there yet, but let me get JV in the screen because it's Monday and JV joins us on Monday, picking his nose, ready to fucking do stuff. You can unmute yourself, Joe. You're on the screen now. Pick a winner there, bud. We gotta unmute Joe. There we go.
No, I got
Gotcha,
these
dog.
dry ass boogers, bro. I haven't had a good booger in days.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry to
like
hear that.
you know, like those dry ones that like line around your nose.
Yeah, it just gets lodged up in there, and then they probably give you a bloody nose if you fuck it up too much.
No, I don't get bloody noses, man.
What's
Yo,
up,
when I
Richard?
do get bloody noses, I just blow that shit and I make like a horror movie.
Right. Ren Woodland's joining us. Richard Dicko North's joining us. Some Canadians in the house. Austin David Smith.
How
Welcome
booty.
to the show.
Hello, Ren. Hello.
Listen, don't mind me if I just have like these moments of Tourette's. The Giant game is on. This is the first time I'm watching football. Sports has come back, so I'm a little excited. So if I just like jump up and fucking throw my hands up in the air, the Giants probably did something good or bad. So
Man, I'm extra interesting, huh?
right.
Yo, are you live on your page or like the Loki page or the?
I'm live on the Loki page, I believe. But
Loki
I
page.
posted the YouTube link everywhere, so that kind of goes everywhere I posted it. You know what I'm saying?
You see the comments there though?
I didn't see shit. What do
No,
I
I
see
mean,
the
like-
comments from the Loki page and YouTube.
I want to see the comments, motherfucker.
What's up, Jeff? What's up, TC? TC's rooting for the Steelers. Right on, Joey. What's up, Joe? Going on live? Are you Facebooking right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you said Joey, and like you said, "What's up, Joey?" And then you said, "What's up, Joe?" They're talking to them. I'm trying to see if I'm like on your show or not. Oh, this is Brian's episode. Last time I was watching, and it was the first time I was able to see the comments.
All right.
I just like monitored it on my phone. We're pretty well.
Yeah, go to the Loki page. You'll monitor from there.
Yeah, bro, I'm there. The Loki musician
dude,
page, huh?
I made a fucking gin and lemonade that is so strong that I ran downstairs just now and got more lemonade so I could pour some more in like when I'm halfway down this drink, because I am going to be half in the bag by the time I get halfway down this fucking drink.
I'm gonna be in the bag, all right. I got a little guy. I call this a good Darrow show.
Right.
And I got the big one. That's a bad Darrow show, or bad a lot of things.
Right on, dude. So last week I had Wolfer on and brought BK. I'm not sure if you saw any of the shows. Super
did.
fun shows.
I did. It was awesome seeing both of them was awesome, man. It was like, I don't know. It's really weird for me.
Yeah,
It's like hanging out.
They both
Hearing all your
brought
guys'
back
voices.
things that I don't remember, because they're just moments in time now, right? We've done so much shit that it's hard to just have everything right there on the back burner. But as soon as they mention like how a story starts, I'm like, oh my god, that's right, we did that. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I got to start. I kind of had it in my mind. I'm going to start taking notes when I watch the other podcasts so I could fucking fact check all these motherfuckers.
Right. Well, I mean, I
had like a mental list of shit.
A couple of times we called on you. I'm like, oh, Joe's probably gonna fact check this.
Yeah, there are a couple things. Everyone was pretty right.
Right.
Wolford totally, as you said, Wolford did not show up at my house with a Sheik like that. He called me a bunch of times. I picked up the phone, and then I called you, and then the Sheik came like a half an hour later.
Yeah, you called.
Just like you said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was at Kelly's house and I fucking drove over there as fast as I fucking could, and I got there before they got there.
Yeah,
And we set up the camera because we knew in advance.
Yeah,
Well,
I
let's
still
talk
I didn't
about
tell anybody. Wolford didn't know that for years.
Right. Let's talk about the Iron Sheik there for a second.
He smoked crack in my mom's love seat, bro. Yo, and another part of that story, bro. It was my birthday.
Right.
I woke up alone in that house, sleeping on the couch in the living room. So Wolford calling me, asking me for weed, and I was like, "Fuck you."
And for people
So,
watching,
it was like
yes,
6 and 7. It was like
this is
7 in the morning.
Iron
Dude.
Sheik from WWE, the guy who Hulk Hogan beat to win the WWE Championship back then, World Wrestling Federation. Same Iron Sheik showed up to Joe's house, and this is the guy we're talking about.
Yeah. He it wasn't that interesting when aside from like I don't even think we noticed he was smoking crack until fucking we watched the video.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. I had no
because it was
idea.
like he was coming over to buy weed. He just got off a plane. That made sense.
Right.
We were waiting on Ed, and I guess like it was kind of awkward. So I think I was like in the other room or something.
I
And, like as
fucking
soon as I
borrowed
was out of the
Kelly's
room,
mom's car and drove there as fast as I could.
yeah, you know how he's got like the towel around his like shoulder and shit like
Yeah.
that. Fucking like he took the towel off his shoulder and he like opens it up on his lap and like unrolls the crack pipe.
And he had his own little pipe.
Yeah, I realized it after the fact because he definitely didn't have weed
Right.
yet, but he did have a pipe
And he did smoke something.
and he was smoking something. I didn't know, man. I don't even know if I had ever seen someone smoke crack before at that
Yeah,
point.
homie had his own kit. He was
But
ready to rock.
and I mean, I guess it don't look any different than smoking a bowl. So, but he didn't have weed. He got off the plane. So,
I wonder how
and
you have crack and not weed when you get off the plane.
because he's Sheiky, man, he fucking probably got a guy at Newark Airport, bro.
Right.
I mean, obviously not for weed, but
My favorite story is later on when I wasn't there, and you guys went on this. He wanted you to go in the city, but he had his like set boys. He's like, "Yo, meet homie
Yeah.
over 187th Street. Fucking tell him the
Yep.
Sheik sent you." That's my favorite. Shit
that
ever.
was the whole instruction. He's like, just go down. He gave us a street like 187. Just tell him Sheiky sent you. He'll take care of you. But dude, Wolford tells that story a little different, and he abandoned us with the Iron Sheik. Like he just he just booked, dude. Like he's like, oh, come over, fucking drop the Sheik off some weed. Because that was the whole thing. He wanted more weed.
Right.
So we came back and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll bring the guys this time. It'll be awesome. I guess
This is at
Germs
the
was there
hotel
the first
now?
time. Yeah. So it was the Paramus Holiday Inn as referenced in Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2, I'm sorry. And yeah, man, Wolford just left. Wolford fucking dude somehow they made a bet. There was a bunch of money in the room because I guess they both just got paid. Like they had a bunch of cash around and fucking Wolford and the Sheik wrestled, bro. I mean that's true, bro. I'm pretty sure it was me who refed it. Like, and Wolford, dude, he gave it his all, man. Like Wolford,
Yeah, he had
choked
him in
dude.
there.
Oh,
yeah, he
dude,
said he had a bulldog choke in there. He was fucking trying as hard as he could.
Dude, Wolford's face was redder than his. Like Wolford's straight choking this old man,
Right.
dude.
He's
And
probably
fucking
blowing his arms out.
oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. He tried real hard, and the Sheik was able to talk the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, because he kept all he kept saying was
he
like
talking
time.
shit?
No, he was just going time. He wanted
he's
to know how much time was left.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, Wolford fucking. I was impressed, man. Like I would have been. I don't know. I guess you gotta just give him your all, but I would have been timid.
Right.
It was set up that it was apparent that she could have fucking tapped Wolford out.
Right.
So that's why the Sheik was in wrestling position. Wolford did not flip him over. That's
What
not
year
how
is
it
this?
happened.
Got to be like 2001 or 2-ish, right?
It was, dude, days before September 11th, 2001.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was the week of it.
Wow.
If my birthday was the 1st, this was 2 days later. Figure September 3rd, 2001. I have his autograph on with the date.
Fucking
From then, because at the end of that story goes as you told it, we took his money because he was very insistent. Pushed us at, dude. He was throwing $100 bills at us, like up in the air, and fucking. He got pretty aggressive, and pushed us out the door with a whole bunch of money. I'd say $300-400. And we just from the start, I think I had told them let's just go, let's take the money, let's go. And they thought I was crazy because they thought I wanted to rob them.
right.
But yeah, no, we just went to McDonald's, dude. We hung out in the parking lot for a while, waited the minimum amount of time that we could say that we went to the city and didn't,
So what? You showed back up and you were like, "Sorry, man, couldn't find your
Dude,
guy."
Even better, we fucking me and Ed were totally like, "Yo, Germs, go upstairs and bring the Sheik his money," and he did it, dude. We sent Germs up by himself.
Yeah, huh? And
Me and
Germs
Ed
did
waited
it.
in the car. Yeah, Germs did it. He came back with the autograph pictures. It said to Mr. Monster, and then it had
Do those exist?
I have it. Yeah, it's fucking framed
Yes.
in my house. You've seen it. It says to Mr. Monster, and then there's I'm sorry, is he Arabic? What is it?
He was Iranian.
Iranian. Maybe it's Iranian writing. I'm not sure. Writing in another language. I was told that it was translated to "God is great," which is like exactly what you'd
Yeah,
see them
that's
like
their
chanting when the
that's their
buildings went
thing.
down and shit
Yeah.
like that. Or so the narrative says, or like so video of the time would show you. I don't know. So we were all freaked out about it. It was like between that and toxicity, that was like a big thing. We're like, the Sheik knew.
Sheik knew.
The Sheik knew, bro. But I'm sure God is great is a pretty.
So is that videotape lost forever, or what?
I don't have any of the 8mm tapes anymore from those days.
Right.
I have bounced down VHS tapes of a lot of it.
I remember we
When
worked hard to we put like electrical tape on the fucking red light
Yeah.
so no one could see what we were doing.
Me and you were no stranger to that move. But yeah, no one had any idea that it was tapes. I didn't tell anyone for a while. I didn't, I don't know. I didn't want to start. I didn't want to start shit.
Right.
It was one of those things, dude. I had like the foresight. I'm like, no one is ever gonna believe the Iron Sheik came to my house on my birthday, bought weed and smoked crack on the couch.
Right.
And then 2 days later, we went to my friend. We went to his hotel room. My friend wrestled him, and dude. That's the other part of the story is when Wolford left, we sat with the Sheik, 3 dudes on a bed, me, Germs, and Ed, in a hotel room, like across from the other bed. And the Iron Sheik basically told us war stories for about 2 straight hours, getting
Really?
very excited, dude. He was like doing his taunts when he's telling the story and shit.
What, like just road stories, just
Yeah,
shit
dude.
from
He was like
fucking wrestling?
he's like calling Vince McMahon a jabroni and shit. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like he literally was calling Vince McMahon a jabroni. Like it was funny to hear like a guy like that drop jabroni for real. Like, and like we were just asking him about different wrestlers and shit, and he was telling us, dude. Like he was telling us who was an asshole and who he liked, who he got along with. Fucking, I guess like what do they call him? Like he was doing like a shoot video for us.
Right.
And I mean, to be honest with you, me, Germs, nor Ed give a fuck about wrestling. But like this guy was so intense, dude. He could have been talking about anything. We were gonna listen. I remembered watching it and being like, I wish that I followed wrestling better up until this point.
Right.
Like I'd probably just stopped paying attention to that shit, or like, or like even you guys must have been out of it at the point. So I was completely lost. I wished I had been following wrestling more at that point because I would have really enjoyed it. I wish I would have taped that.
Right.
Because he really did tell us some crazy fucking stories.
Now, even back then, like the Sheik was hobbled already. Like he was wearing his fucking battle scars pretty hard. He was limping and fucking, just a fucking battered old man at that point. And he's still wrestling Sean and fucking dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say fucking Wolfer fucking
You
couldn't
can't
put in. He wasn't that
underestimate
hobbled.
how powerful that man was. Like that guy was just
Yeah.
a brick shithouse.
Well, the Iron Sheik also, like his background in wrestling is in traditional wrestling.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he's like an Olympic wrestler. Like none of that WWE sports entertainment background.
Jeff's saying he was an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean,
But
he knew his shit, man.
Hey guys,
Obviously.
Let's be a little interactive tonight. Fucking get your comments in here. Get some questions.
I want
they
some
appear on the
questions,
screen now. I
man.
figured that out. So yeah, fucking let's make this as interactive as possible. We'll keep telling stories, but fucking let's get some Q&A in here about all sorts of shit. So, you've been doing
What's up, Tony?
You've been doing some demos, man. Fucking what's going on over there lately?
Shh. Been doing nothing, man. I don't play songs or music.
You don't play music anymore?
Nah, man, I quit that stuff. I'm fucking underwater basket weaving nowadays.
I already let it loose that you wrote melody and like lyrics for me, so it's already out there in the ether.
Yeah. That's just doing something for a buddy, bro.
Right.
That's just
That's what you do now. You just do stuff for buddies.
Yeah, just help out my friends. I'm getting older, bro. Fucking rock and roll's a young man's game.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. Do they know how to rock and roll anymore?
No. I kidding. I feeling fucking. Dude, I'm fucking old now, dude.
Damn,
like
yeah,
I'm closer to like an older age than I am a younger age at this point.
It was just your birthday.
Yeah, dude. It was.
You do anything, or you just do the old man thing now? It's just not.
Yeah,
Get off
totally.
my lawn.
Totally. Yeah, I was like, I don't want a birthday. I didn't want to do anything. You know, yeah, didn't want to do shit. We ended up going to the bar. I saw Jeff. That was cool.
Oh, really?
Jeff Grun. Yeah, haven't seen him in a minute. So that was nice. Him and Laura.
What are those guys doing? Like, is anyone trying to fucking record? Like, what's going on with that corner of the world, that scene? Like, what's happening?
I don't know, man. To be honest with you, that's what I was saying. I haven't seen him in a minute. I haven't seen him. I saw he got a sweet new guitar, bro.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, look, this is for my birthday. Dean's got it.
Oh, very nice.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever done it before, but that's an autographed JV Batsard Rumpleman's bottle right there. I'm pretty surprised. I don't think I've ever autographed a bottle of Rumpleman's before. Dean's got it, man. That's the Batsard 2020 bottle. We killed it on my birthday, like top to bottom. On my birthday?
Yeah, like the night before.
Yeah, I'll tell you who wasn't at my birthday.
Before to midnight.
I wasn't.
Dean.
What?
Well, you get an excuse.
Right.
I was with you.
No, you weren't. To some
Listen,
bar.
we've thrown some crazy bastard bashes in our day.
Oh, yeah, dude. My birthday was always, we would call it Bastard Bash. We had consecutive of them for a year. They were really good parties every year. I get weird about birthdays, man. Like, I don't know. I've got friends who like, I don't know, I get real annoyed when it's someone's birthday and they're like, it's my birthday. Really like you to come out, and then they're like going to the city, and it's like fucking someplace
Right.
like $20 cover and $30 drinks.
That's
and
why I had a
fucking-
birth month. So this way I can hang out with
Yeah.
everybody at fucking like, oh, you don't want
I
to come to
just
the
hate that
fucking
shit.
special blowout in the city? It's fine because I'm also celebrating today, and we could just go to
Yeah.
fucking the bar down the block from your house.
I've always wow, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, did you?
yeah, it did.
I just cracked my neck. It was like, oh man, never goes the other side. I don't know. I've always liked I don't know. I want to have I mean, I don't need a fucking birthday party, but if you guys want to, I'll party for any reason, you know? So
Yeah.
my birthday sounds like a good one. So we'll do that. But I always try to make that shit. I'd rather go where everyone else wants to go or go where is easy for everybody. Go to the most convenient place.
Yeah.
Go to an affordable place that everyone can get to, someplace that, you know, whatever the place that our crew communes at. And it's like, you know.
Yeah, me and Brian were talking about the Old
birthdays
Town
for
days.
everyone else.
Old Town, Blue Ribbon. Those parties used to happen at each of our houses. Fucking.
Well, you see, my whole thing is from my perspective anyway, where I grew up, it was across the street from a supermarket and everything. Like I had everything I could need right across the street. And I lived with all my friends, and I was in a touring band, and all of them drove and struggled to pay car insurance on the road, obviously. So to me, when I turned, like, you know, when most kids turn 17, they're like, I'm gonna drive. I had no fucking interest in it, and there was just increasingly never a need for me to have a driver's license.
Right.
So yeah, I never did that. What the fuck were you just saying? Why am I talking about that?
Oh, you know, going parties. I don't know, fucking all sorts of drinking. I guess you were drinking at a young age. What the fuck just happened here? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Nah, I don't know what the fuck I was saying, bro. I derailed myself, bro. I can't be the Rumplemans. I'm
Fucking,
only like 2 shots into the bottle. There's a reason.
I don't know, but I do remember you. I was working at Sony, and I just no one would ever go out with me. I'm like, well, I'm picking Joe up. Doesn't matter what Cadence would say. I didn't give a fuck. Yo, Joe's coming with me. I'm sorry, stealing your husband. I guess. Fucking, we out.
Well, that's not exactly how it went at all, actually. I mean, it is,
Sometimes
but
it
it isn't,
did.
but it is,
Yeah.
but it isn't. Most of the time, you came over my house to pick me up, and we rudely fucking made you wait over an hour until she was ready to go. And sometimes you just fucking left me there, rightfully so.
Right.
I'm surprised you
I
haven't
didn't
left
want
me
to
there
get into those
often.
times because she would like try to sabotage.
Bro, what other times were there, bro?
Right.
Come on, bro. It is what it is. I'm sugarcoating it, bro. I don't remember you. If you would have picked me up to go to that bar once, it would have been glorious. That never happened. You came over to my house. We partied for 2 hours. Oh, the point of what I was saying is that everywhere I've lived, like the house I like kind of grew up in, and the West House is in West House Boys is in WHB. That house fucking, I don't know. Everywhere I lived has always been the party house. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like I've always
Damn.
very
Max
much
Randall's
catered.
here. Remember Max Randall? He's in the house. He's
Fuck
saying
yeah,
hello.
I do.
He's
Yep.
he's saying that the first time he had Rumpelmans was with us, and he was 18.
All right, that's the type of stories we can't be telling on the air, bro.
Rodrigo is hanging out with us from Mexico. What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
You know what story Brian started telling, or no, maybe it was I forget who, but Rex Brown coming to your house. I know we wanted to talk about that.
Yep.
Because
we were saying we're doing an episode about our famous guests of those
right,
parties.
might as well be this one. We already started.
Yeah. Well, he burned the good one on the Sheik a lot. He told it pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex Brown coming over. The way I know that story, there was like a blunder in the booking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess our friend had booked Kill Devil Hill, Rex Brown. Kill Devil Hill is a band comprised of Rex Brown from Pantera, and down. It was Vinny Appice on drums. I think you say Appice.
Right.
He played in, I think, Rainbow and Black Sabbath. Not the Black Sabbath that counts, but he was in Black Sabbath. He probably played with Leslie West for Mountain too. Anyway, Dewey Knuckles was the singer. I think his last name's Knuckles. I don't fucking know. Dewey. He was a singer. He was really good. He was from a band called Pissing Razors. And the guitar player was really good. I forget his name. I forget what band he was from though. His name was Mark.
Right. He was a cool guy. I don't remember what other bands.
Yeah, he was cool. They were all good guys. I'll tell you this much. To give credit where it's due, I have been. If you caught me on the road before, you're a friend of mine, and you caught some of my. I like to share my little road life hacks. But if you saw me with what I call the Theracane, it's that like you know what I'm talking about? It's like a back massager thing that uses leverage. It's like a big hook and like a thing. It's weird, bro. I thought it was like a weapon, but when those guys stayed over my house, like in that dude Dewey's luggage, there was one of those big things, man, and it was like it looks like I don't know, it's like a big hook, and it's got 2 handles on it.
Yeah.
But that's where I saw that thing for the first time, man. When that guy came over my house, that was probably the biggest takeaway from when Rex came over, dude. As I found out about the Theracane, right there.
Yeah.
Dude showed it. He gave me like a demo right in my living room, and I was like, "What?" I bought it right away. Fucking Goolsby bought one of those things. Someone else, like a couple of bands I know have them in like their vans now. It's like a thing. I call it like that's my girlfriend on the road.
I think Brian was sharing his experience of actually picking him up and bringing him to the house about like he had direct instructions to not give him A, alcohol, and B, go to a strip club, and that's all he wanted to do the moment he was picked up.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, of course. I tried to make it like listen, they weren't supposed to be staying. They were supposed to be put up in a hotel.
Right.
I guess they showed up.
Who booked that show?
I believe Jay Saccone booked that show. And Jay, I think it might have. I was told it was a little over his head.
Clearly.
They had tried to like they had them set up in like hotels and everything for the next evening. But the first thing they wanted to come into town and rehearse, and they needed to borrow some gear. So it was like they had to be set up at a studio. They needed a place to stay because they were going to come in and rehearse the day early.
Right.
And I guess Jay didn't have them booked at a hotel for that night, and I guess was being cheap and didn't know better than to just do it. So I guess they called me knowing that I wouldn't jerk them off. And dude,
I plenty of space then, right? That was Sam's house.
Yeah, I think we made some alterations for him. But yes, I set Rex up a bedroom. It was funny, dude. I'm
you tucked him away to bed, like, all right, guys.
I all but tucked him in. Well, no, I set him up pretty good, man. We had we were in like a transitional phase in the house, so I think that one room was empty. So like I set him up a room, dude. I had to like take the Pantera stuff out of the room first, like
Yeah, you
so it
didn't want
wasn't
to be a
lame.
mark. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, because I think it was Germs's room at the time, and it was like extra Pantera.
Right.
And yeah, I just didn't want to make it. I don't know. I don't know how it was gonna go, dude. And I'm I'm a Mark Pantera fan, man. And I had to play that down. Like I didn't want to totally. I mean, I didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
I don't want to freak him out. I want him to be comfortable on the road and fucking have a good time, and hopefully he'd show me a good time, and he did. But I was adorable actually. I did, on the other hand, I'm a fucking fan, and I have a bunch of fucking Pantera and Down shit that I wanted signed. And I didn't want to be awkward and ask him to do all this shit for me. So I don't know anything. I don't know if he still smokes or drinks or whatever, but the whole room was nice. Like there was no stuff, and it was everything you'd want in a room.
Right.
But in the closet of the room, I put a pile, and it was like a pile of like my Pantera CDs, my Down CDs, a big fucking ad for Down 2, bunch of Pantera stuff, right? Bunch of stuff for him to sign. And I left a bong in there. It's a famous bong, actually. Its name was Woodstock, and it used to live at the upstairs of Dingo's. It's like, so that's like the super green room at that place. So like only like the upper echelon of
Right.
bands would ever get in there. And this was the bong that was in that room. It's a famous bong, bro. Apparently the guest list is immense. I own it now.
It's the same room, right? Weren't they a little upset that was the green room?
At the yes, which was Jay's apartment actually later on. Yeah, I mean there is no green room. There's not even a backstage at Bats. There's that one room. But so yeah, they put us up for it, or they asked if fucking, hey Joe, can Pantera and Black Sabbath sleep over tonight?
Yep.
Sure they can. I mean, they weren't the fucking first band who fucking slept over there before, but like, I mean, like Darkest Hour had stayed in that house before with us.
Right.
But like, they're a little more.
They're a little more homey. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
they're more willing to. We didn't have the best setup in the fucking world for a band, but it was enough, man. So he gave Rex his own room, dude. I put all that shit in the closet.
Did Darkest Hour stay?
Yeah, Darkest Hour stayed in my house.
I fucking forgot.
Yeah. And I wrote him a note, dude. It's like, dear Rex, make yourself at home if you need anything. Like if you get a minute, man, sign this. And I left him the bong, like packed with some herb, and like a little bottle of whiskey in the closet. It was like,
what kind of whiskey?
I had Crown, bro.
Yeah.
And that's where you guys were talking about the whiskey thing. It's true. I couldn't drink whiskey.
You guys
do
a Blacktooth Grin, or you just did straight fucking?
We were just drinking straight Crown Royal. It was strange because as you guys told the story in the other podcast, I can't drink whiskey. Or I couldn't at the time. It was really weird. Like I would literally I would avoid it. I wouldn't want to drink it. And every time I drank whiskey, any type of whiskey, dude, it all started one day. I think you might have been there when we were at a party, and it was my idea too. We played Seagram's Pong. Doesn't it sound familiar to you?
Yeah. We've done a lot of things like that.
We were playing beer pong with Seagram's. And I think I didn't even play beer pong yet. It was like early. I mean, I don't now either, but it was like early in that day. We were just trying to get the party started. Anyway, I learned that day with clear Seagram's fucking whiskey, which I've never had since that day. But like, I can't actually swallow whiskey. I don't know what it is. Like, or I can swallow it, but like, I don't even throw it up. Or
is
for
it
years,
like a gag reflex? So you don't swallow it at all? Like it
no,
hits
I
the
swallow
back of your throat?
No, it goes down and it immediately comes back up.
Damn.
I mean, no, now I could drink whiskey.
Okay.
I don't know when it changed, but like, I mean, I wasn't trying to throw up. I would just throw up the shot. It's not like I would vomit.
Now,
but like, I would.
When you had Rex there, did you chew it back, or did you just fucking? It just didn't.
Dude, the rock and roll gods shined upon me that day. It was amazing. It really was. I was impressed with myself as well. But you know what I'll say? I think it was the Crown Royal, dude. I just never drank Crown before, and Crown's really smooth.
Did you turn it down right away, or were you
No, I knew better.
Were you talked into it, or you just like, all right, I gotta fucking do it. Rex Brown asked me to drink this, I gotta do it.
Rex very politely invited me to sit down on my couch, and drink with him. Like, told me to sit down and have a drink with him.
Right.
I was like, yes, Mr. Brown, sir. I sat down, fucking dude, I asked him the best questions. I'm so stoked that I did. We did. We just talked, man. Like, I mean, like I talked to him for like 2 hours. And like while we were talking, he would just hand me like it wasn't even that he asked me, he just like handed me the bottle, like just casually opened while we're talking. He like cracked the bottle, took a sip, talking, hands me the bottle. I took it, took a swig, closed it, not a blink, like, and it just started happening. And I do remember you guys standing behind being like,
Yeah.
is Joe gonna puke on him? Yo, Joe is totally gonna puke on fucking Rex Brown. But I didn't, dude. I
No.
really think that it was the crown. I've just never had it before at that point, and it was just
Right.
really smooth. And yeah, dude, I wasn't gonna fuck it. No, Mr. Pantera, dude, whose
I wonder
videos I've been
if we had
watching
served it
hundreds and
super-
thousands of times since I was a child. I'm not going to drink a black tooth grin with you
Right.
while you sit in my house.
I wonder if
Dude.
we served it super cold or like chilled it for you. I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, we were never drinking Crown. You guys are all like Tully and fucking Makers.
Makers.
Like
That's
I
what
don't,
I used to
nowadays
do.
I can drink whiskey. I don't know.
That's
It's
what
not
I
a
used to
problem
do
now.
for the beer pong shit. Remember, I would show up to people's houses with my own bottle of fucking. It was like a jug of Maker's Mark, like a gallon jug of Maker's Mark, and just drink it straight out of the. I didn't need a glass. I didn't need a fuck cup. Not a shot glass. I would just drink it straight out of the bottle and walk around with it the whole fucking time.
Dude, if this world allows for another tour, I'm gonna do a tour themed like this just popped in my mind now, so it's still developing. You could add to it.
Right.
We should do like a Darrow, like how we did the Natural Born Grillers tour and it was like barbecue themed.
Right.
I want to do a Rumpelman's beer pong tour, and we'll just like, we'll find a way to fucking make it advantageous. We'll get a bunch of Rumpelmans, that'll be advantageous.
Right.
And I'll kill that, bro.
We'll
I got
need some
this.
sponsorships. We'll need some.
Dude, Rumpelmans won't
disclaimers.
sponsor them.
We need some fucking people to sign some fucking shit so that if something happens, it can't be our fault.
Dude, I'm deadly now, dude. Like we can put some money. I'd feel confident. All I gotta do is up my beer pong game.
Right.
But I know it's college,
Well,
man. I can't tap a keg and I can't play beer pong.
You need to hope that they drink so much Rumpelmans that they forget how to play beer pong, and you're just smooth and steady. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the ace in my hole, dude.
Right.
I'm seriously, dude. I'm pretty fucking immune to it at this point. Like almost, I want to say immune to it. Like it's. I mean, that happens with anything, I suppose. But dude, I could drink Rumpelmans now. I don't puke. Oh my god, dude. You know what?
What?
In the last 2 weeks, I did puke on Rumpelmans for the first time in my life.
Yeah, huh?
It was horrific. It came out my nose too. I don't know what it was, dude. I don't know where it came from. I wasn't like puke drunk, like
Was it minty coming back up?
Yeah, dude. It burned my nostrils and shit. Dude, I've always kind of fucking feared it because I was like I don't know. I remember drinking Jaeger all the time. Like I have had a love-hate relationship with Jaeger when I was a kid. And then I kind of got better. Like when we were out in Europe, they ain't got no Rumpelmans, bro,
Right,
or anything like it. So the only consistent was really, to me at least, was Jägermeister. So I started drinking that shit again. But dude, I've had some bad nights with that shit, and it's like, to me, it's like once you puke Rumpelman Jägermeister once,
yeah,
no mas, dude. That ain't good coming up.
it ends up tasting like puke and tastes like Jägermeister, and then when you drink Jägermeister, it just reminds you of puking.
Yeah, I can't do it. I don't do it. Don't do it if I don't have to. But I've never vomited Rumpelmans, dude. Never in my life until like 2 weeks ago. I really don't even remember what prompted it, but I remember it coming up and it going through my nose, dude. I couldn't believe it, bro. It's been like almost 9 years or something. Right. I've never once vomited Rumpelmans.
I don't know what
Michael
means.
ALE, that's Michael Graves.
Right.
Michael Graves is shredding like Slash. Does Slash shred, or is he just like rock?
He's tasty. You know,
I don't know if he shreds.
He's smooth. He's fucking. I mean, I guess he can shred, but
he can shred if he wanted to.
He's just got some. He's got soul, and he's got fucking.
Yeah, there's a lot more to Slash than just
yeah,
bunch of quick whittlies. Right? You ever see like Slash don't do sweep picking, right? Like, you ever heard Slash like sweep or do arpeggios like that?
You know, there's actually on one of his solo records that he did with, what the fuck is that guy? The singer that he had.
Who?
I forget. It wasn't
What band?
Slash's Snake Pit, but when he was
Oh, the
playing
guy he's got now.
yeah, Miles
Oh
Kennedy.
yeah, he's incredible. His name is he's from that. Oh fuck, dude.
It doesn't
It's
matter what
amazing.
his name is, but he does a song there, and he does do like arpeggiated runs, and like it's actually pretty fucking awesome.
Fuck. Slash does.
Yeah.
Like metal, a la metal arpeggio.
Yeah, they're tasty. They're like neoclassical licks. It's fucking amazing.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Chuck Berry going on up in here lately, bro. Taking going back to basics over here.
My friend Jeff says it is Miles Kennedy that he.
Yes, that is Miles. Did you say Miles
Yeah.
Kennedy? Oh, I'm sorry. I kept wanting to say William Duvall for some reason. I mean, I knew it wasn't William Duvall. Yeah, Miles Kennedy's fantastic though, man. He's a cool dude too. I've seen interviews with him. He's all right, bro. You could tell he's like totally one of those like super pro dudes. He's awesome, dude.
Now didn't Rex do something weird like misspell something on like?
Oh yeah. Well, there are two other points to the story that are. You know what? There are three other points to the story that are worth noting. So ultimately, they all come over my house. I guess so. Here's another thing. Brian picks them up from the airport. He didn't take them straight to my house. He took them. They went to Darkness Descends studio, Dean's studio, in probably the factory studios,
Right.
Clifton, right? So I guess they went there and they practiced on like all Darkness's gear and shit like that. But they didn't have a bass. So my Music Man ended up going, with them. Like Brian took my Music Man and Rex was going to use my Music Man for the rehearsals or whatever. And that's where my like first conversations with, aside from like, hi, this is your house, I'm Rex. Our first conversations where he came in and he's like, it's your Music Man. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that thing's really nice, man. He's like, it reminds me of the one I played on in the Vulgar Display of Power sessions. I'm like, cool.
Right on.
Like, awesome. Give it back to me. And he was like, you think I could play that tomorrow? He's like, I got my basses. Like he had basses coming in for the show. They weren't there the day before.
This was a tour kickoff because I somewhat remember a bus showing up at some point, and like I guess they were gonna leave from there.
Yeah, I believe they were fully taken care of the next day.
Right.
They were in a hotel. They had a bus. They fucking bro. So it got weird, bro. He wanted to buy my bass off me, like right there. Like he's like, what do you want for it? And I'm like, it was weird, man, because like that was the beginning of our relationship.
Mm. And
like it was a little awkward for me because like, man, I am marking out a little bit, man. Like dude, like Pantera to me is one of those bands. That's like one of the X-Men sleeping over my house. Like that's like Peter Venkman sleeping over,
right.
Or like Ray Stans is sleeping over tonight. Like it's fucking, like it's fucking
it's a
one
guy
of my
from
heroes,
a premier band that we fucking loved when we were growing up.
Dude, yeah. Like and like I know I've fucking been around enough fucking, dudes who done stuff to know how not to act. But even so, Rex was, even for me, like it was hard not to jerk him off a little bit, man. I made it the whole weekend, not one hand job. Well, anyway, they walk in my house, right? Whole band walks in, everyone's cool. Rex walks in, he like looks around, he like counts everybody. He's like, what kind of dog is that? I'm like, German Shepherd. He's like, all right, that'll do.
That'll do.
Like, and he's like, he turns around. It was really awkward at first. He turns around and he's like, is this okay for you guys? To all the other dudes. Right. They're like, yeah. And Vinny Appice comes in. He's like on his phone, like a minute later. Vinny Appice is the Black Sabbath drummer. And he looks around my house and he goes, hello, hello. And he walks out the back door and I never saw him again until he played the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he never came in. Or he like came in, looked at my house and he was like, no. Like our house wasn't a party house then. It was like a home, like a family's home in Westwood, like it was, however Sam's dad had the house set up, it wasn't all wild looking. But yeah, he walked in, he's like, yeah, no, it was in Black Sabbath. Fuck you guys.
So where the fuck did he go?
Probably at a hotel, man. Or he probably like, was like, I'm fucking Vinny Appice. Fucking New York City's 10 minutes away. Fucking bring me to the strip club that you won't take Rex to. Like, so I guess like before that, I suppose Dean help me actually. When Kill Devil Hill stayed with at my house, they rehearsed in your rehearsal room, correct?
Room 213.
Room 213
Damn.
at Streets.
It is the 13th episode of Talkin Brash.
Yeah, I know today's 13. Dude, I'm like, I got all the cool numbered episodes. Anyway, they go in, they, use my bass. They thrashed some of your guys' gear, right? Didn't they blow an amp out?
Yeah, Mesa.
They blew a Mesa out.
Yeah,
Was it yours?
Yeah, it was one that I was borrowing and supposed to buy.
Yeah.
And because it fried out, I gave it back to the kid broken. And I was like, man, I let this band come in and jam, and I don't know. I walked in the room, all of a sudden it smelled like a hospital, and I had to unplug the guitar amp and plug in the Marshall.
So
it was
anyway,
a Mesa dual rec.
Damn.
And I felt really bad.
So they thrashed fucking Darkness's gear, which sucks. Came back, Rex hands me my bass,
Rex Brown played through my bass rig that day.
He played through your bass rig? Played my bass. Hold on. Let's see where he's going. Anyway.
Did you try to
he
buy
wanted
that
to buy
for
the
me?
bass. Yeah, he tried to buy my bass off me. And that was my first Stingray. It was my first. I think I had subs and like the cheaper Music Men before it, but that was my first Stingray. And it took me a while to find it. Especially at that time, it was hard to find a black Music Man. And by that I mean a black Music Man with like a rosewood fretboard that also had a black top, because the headstocks of Stingray basses are usually natural. Like it's wood finish, even if the neck is rosewood and the body's black, and you'd never get a black with a black pickguard.
Oh, that had the black headstock?
Yeah, it had a black front headstock, which was kind of hard to find. Still, the back of my neck was like a, whatever color wood. It was like white wood. But that was, dude, it took me forever to find that. And at the price I did. And, I loved it as much as I loved any other Music Man. It's I didn't know how good it was or bad it was or what year it was even, man. I got it on eBay. But I loved it. That was my number one, dude. That was it. That's what I played. We were playing with them that night. So I need that fucking bass, dude. It took me a while to find it, and I wasn't going to be able to replace it soon. It took me a couple months to track that bass down.
Did we play that show?
Yeah.
I don't remember fucking anything.
Oh, did we play that show? I'll fucking never forget it. So fucking, well, so it's a little awkward throughout the weekend because Rex was a little, I like no-sold him when he asked to buy the bass.
Okay.
I didn't even remember what I paid for it. And dude, if Jesus Christ came in that fucking room, if Let Me Kill Mister walked in and wanted to buy that bass, you're fucking dude. Lemmy, bro. You're Rex. Like, you can call fucking Music Man and get something made like this, like, what the fuck? It reminds you of basses that you have at home that you're not playing. Like, thanks, dude, but that's my bass, dude. I need that shit. So he pressed me the whole weekend, dude. And I didn't sell it to him. And there was like a turning point where he realized I wasn't going to sell it to him. I think he got a little pissy with me.
Yeah, huh?
Like I think at first, dude, I didn't know if he was like being polite and trying to compliment my bass, like I thought he was kind of kidding at first, like he's like, oh, I'll buy it off you, just trying to be complimentary of my bass. But no, he really wanted to fucking buy it, dude. And at that point, it was fucking appraised, man. I'm like, fuck, now Rex Brown played my bass, told me it's as good as the Vulgar Display of Power ones he owns. Right. He wanted to buy it, and I told him no. Now I'm definitely not giving it.
Now it's a keeper.
Yeah, now it's a keeper. Yeah, I wasn't happy about it. So anyway, I don't know if it was that night or earlier another night, but I went out with like them and their manager that night, I think. And we went to like this bar and they bought us dinner and shit. And it was like their band and crew and their manager and shit. And I got to sing, I sang Highway to Hell by AC/DC karaoke with him. I sang fucking karaoke with Rex Brown, dude. I have a picture of it somewhere.
You're just doing a whole bunch of shit that you don't do.
What do you mean?
Whiskey, go and sing karaoke.
I go sing karaoke with you. Especially at that time. But yeah, dude, the whiskey thing, it was amazing. Backstory of that weekend. So that like started something, bro. So like, because I drank the whiskey and I got drunk and I had a good time, the next day came around, we were playing the show and Rex just handed me whiskey again. because like now I drink whiskey, or he doesn't know. So he was handing me whiskey, buying me shots all weekend, and I got ripped. And by night 2, to be completely honest with you, I don't know the exact story, but I got in a fight with my girlfriend that night, and she said I was like a jerk,
You're a
and like
whiskey
I was
drunk?
like, yeah, she said I was kind of mean, and she said that she's like, you weren't yourself, and you got angry, and you weren't nice to me.
Right.
She's like, you've never been like, I've never seen you act like that ever before. Like, it's like we fucking got in a screaming match, but she said I wasn't myself, and I was really dark and angry at the end of the night. And to be honest with you, dude, I couldn't debate her because I didn't remember it.
Right.
So I tell that story based on what she told me as if it's true, because
Yeah,
why
man.
would she
People get
lie? And that
different.
sounds about right.
They get different kinds of drunk. I'm the opposite of that. I tequila does that to me. If I drink tequila, I have this fucking mean streak.
I've always been a nice drunk. It always like it never makes me angry. I've never gotten like booze balls, man. It's always made me more friendly.
You remember the fucking rig he was playing dingbats with? That's really the only thing I can remember.
What I was
gonna
say
show.
next, motherfucker.
That
So,
show,
because-
I don't know if it was good or bad. I don't know anything about it other than the fucking live rig that Rex Brown played at Dingbats.
I can tell you what
Which
happened.
is, what kind of capacity is Dingbats, to tell everyone?
At a show like that, probably 400.
Yeah.
Capacity of that room is supposed to be 180, I believe, by
180.
fire code.
There was 400 people in there?
The capacity is 180. They call a sellout 300. Is what is a sellout as far as advanced tickets. But I don't think I've ever seen, and I've been playing that club for fucking 15 years and worked there for 3, and I've never seen them turn away a customer at the door.
Right.
But I've never noticed it before, especially not in a club. And if Pantera did this on stage or other bands do it, now I guess I've seen it before. But he was using Ampeg 810 cabs, like the 810 fridge Ampeg bass cab. He had 2 of them motherfuckers, and he laid them on their side, which is fucking brilliant because like the surface space, you're getting so much more surface space. The rumble, dude, is like so much more than, like if you stacked them, you're only getting the same ground, like,
yeah.
But bro, when that thing's like what, like four fucking almost 5 feet long, dude. So we had 2. I played that night with my head on top of his fucking cabs with fucking 16 fucking 10s, bro. It was brutal. It was completely unnecessary. I've never seen a rig in
completely
Dingbats
unnecessary, especially at Dingbats. That's normally a 200 cap venue.
But bro, it sounded fucking sick.
Yeah.
His bass was absolutely enormous. I believe all he was using was he was using the Tube Classic heads. But bro, it was sick. It was huge. It was unnecessarily huge.
And when he
they
went,
sounded great.
When we played, it was at a moderated volume. Do you remember when he played? It was the only thing you heard in the fucking nightclub.
Yeah, no. To be fair, maybe you're right. Maybe they did pop me out with one cab or something, or maybe his was just that much louder, or maybe
right.
But yes, even so, bro, I've never had my sound that big. Except for that night.
You were probably through both. We just fucking tempered the fucking, we were reasonable about it.
Yeah.
He went up and reasonable flew out the window. He's like, I'm Rex Brown. I've played bass for Pantera, and bass is what you're going to get tonight, folks.
He shook that motherfucker. And if I'm not mistaken, Sarge was doing sound then at that point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he knew what to do, and he was certainly going to give Rex exactly what he wanted with it. Yeah, dude, I sounded enormous that night. But still, bro, until the bitter end of the situation, Rex was trying to buy my bass, and I think in the end he was mad at me. Be honest with you, like, or I think he really expected me to sell it to him. Like I said, I really thought at first that he was just being polite or something.
Right.
I had no idea what I would have charged him. I just wasn't going to do it. I didn't give a fuck.
Would you have like given him a buddy discount, or would you have fucking?
Yeah, fuck no. Fuck that. Honestly, I mean, like,
this is special Rex Brown pricing.
No, dude, that would have fucked me so bad, man.
Right.
Like, I didn't have another music band. I didn't have enough to pick up the buddy price. Like, I was lucky to have that bass. I think I got a really good price on it, man. You know, like I want to say I paid like $1,300 for that bass.
Yeah.
Which for what it was and the year it was, and it was, I felt lucky to have it, you know. Yo, Ed's up in here. And Mama K. And
Up
Laura
Ed, Mama
Luckner.
K.
Yeah.
Damn. What's up,
I
guys?
said Mama K. I said I met Mama Sin. I don't know why I said Mama K. What's up, Mama Sin? That's really weird.
Yeah, Mama Sin was hanging out with us the whole night with the Wolfer show.
I know, it's awesome. Mama Sin, I hope you enjoy our shows, and I hope that you enjoy our Jason stories. We I was sometimes when I see you around here, I'm like try to not tell anything that Mom wouldn't want to hear.
Right.
But you know what? Jason didn't do a lot of things his mom wouldn't want to hear. So it's really not hard, you know. Interesting.
What would you say? We've had a weird life, right? There's just people in and out of our life that's fucking
Craziest life I've ever known.
Whatever. Who would you say was the strangest experience you had that you like? You're kind of stoked to meet someone, and then they were kind of a bummer or like strange. It was just like
In general, like my worst celebrity experience or like hero experience or
anything or anyone that you had
I ain't got no heroes. We'll start there.
You know what I'm saying?
Get your hero ready.
Righty.
I always say my hero is my grandpa, dude.
Right.
You know, like I don't know, man.
Well, like someone you're kind of stoked to meet, like, fuck, I respect this guy, fucking cool, fucking, and then it turns out to be a little boner.
We touched on this last time, and I came up a little short again. Like we danced around this topic last time. And we're like, I don't know, man. I give musicians a lot of slack on the road, dude.
Or even the other way. What was someone who fucking surprised you that they were fucking awesome? Like
went above and beyond was awesome.
Yeah. Like either way, like someone completely fucking surprised you or.
Jerry Only's always been really awesome to me.
Yeah.
And surprised me. I knew he was a nice guy, but I always thought it was ingenuine. When I found out that it was.
Right, because he's like the mayor.
Yeah. Him. It's crazy to say. I feel like a new man. Like a whole new person. It's like this new older Joe is like doesn't bash a guy he used to bash. It's kind of weird. I feel so evolved and sophisticated.
You've grown so much.
I know, right? Next thing you know, I'm gonna get some gray hairs. Have a gray bush or something, you know?
Joe Gray Bush. We'll change your name.
Old gray bush bastard. What is it? If JV is junior varsity, what's like? I'm like AARP Vasta. AARP bastard. Man, I don't really know, man. A lot of people have been cool to me. When people aren't cool to me, I get it usually, or I won't approach them because I know it's going to be like that.
Right.
No one's really been.
How about the most random? Is there anything that's just super random? Like, oh shit, I'm fucking hanging out with. Because one time I was at 7-Eleven, I ran into Daryl Strawberry.
Tons, dude. Oh, dude, Daryl Strawberry works on the Parkway. I'm telling you, bro.
Me and Jason went to 7-Eleven. Fucking Daryl Strawberry. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. It was after a Yankee playoff game, and I run into Daryl Strawberry. He's getting coffee.
At what town?
It was late at night. It was maybe 2 in the morning, and it was the 7-Eleven in Fort Lee because we were hanging out near Jason's house, or Ralph's maybe. And we went to the 7-Eleven in Fort Lee, and fucking Daryl Strawberry fucking walks in, grabs a coffee. He's fully in a suit. He fucking gets a coffee and bounces. I was like, goodbye, Mr. Strawberry. Great game tonight.
I have this whole folder I've been working on of like, I don't know, man, like when I was a kid and like, I don't know, even a young adult, I was, I don't know. I've always, it's somewhere between like, I don't want to bother dudes, especially when I see them getting like jocked hard by like super fans and shit like that.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, like, I don't know. I was too cool when I was young. So I get a little bummed that like, I no sold or not made a big deal or didn't, have a killer time and bug out on a lot of my heroes that I was in the room with and did get to meet at times or could have met. Can't tell you how many dudes that I didn't meet when I was standing next to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I regret a lot of that. You know, just I don't know. Do you remember like that first Gotham Road show we played at the Whiskey?
Memorials?
Not the first one.
Oh,
The
okay.
the first tour the first time we played the Whiskey, we had like a hell of a guest list that night, dude.
Right.
Like Corey Taylor from Slipknot was there.
Yeah, we had no idea.
I don't like Slipknot anyway, so whatever.
Wasn't Logan there? Logan.
Logan Mater,
Yeah.
Slipknot. So Slipknot. Why did I say Slipknot? Machine Head. He played in Soulfly as well. But Machine Head was one of my fucking favorite bands at the time. I should have totally like given that guy. I should have been like in the showers, ready to fucking
Right.
you know, Metallica blowjob the dude.
Yeah,
when he
Logan
got
Mater
back
was
there.
part of the Sean Baruch network.
Yeah, Hall of Clean Management. You see him nowadays, bro. Like, I mean, like it's cool. He's back in Machine Head or like temporarily.
Right. He was doing they were doing like the anniversary thing.
Yeah, very strange. That dude used to have dreads and everything. And I guess like back in the day, at some point he cut his dreads and he saved them. Now, like 2 years ago, like when he started like doing stuff again, and like he was like back in a metal band, because I guess he was like a producer for a lot of years.
Right.
He just like tied him back in.
Yeah, huh?
That's it. Yeah, he's got the same dreadlocks he had like fucking 25 years ago, dude. I guess you can do that.
Just kept him
You know?
around. All right, I'm a Machine Head again. Let's fucking
Yeah.
glue him to my head.
Yeah. So he's got he looks the same ish, you know. Couple 30 years of meth later. He looks the same still, you know.
Remember
Spare
that
for
time with fucking Sean Baruch when the first we were
Sean Baruch was our first. It's to give background. Sean Baruch was the first manager that me and Loki. Right, he was our first manager.
yeah.
The first snake in our lives, the first like snake music industry snake that we ever came in contact.
You know this might have not been with you. It might have been with Grays because
Oh yeah, he did work with you guys. Go on. Are you gonna talk about his booth at the Rainbow Room?
Yes. Was that with us?
It was at Gotham Road.
And he fucking
the famous
he was
Rainbow
like,
Room, Los Angeles rock and roll spot, dude. Location.
he's
that
like,
was
I'm
Lemmy's
gonna
bar.
play for you guys. I'm gonna pay for fucking what we do tonight. And then at the end of the night, he's like, well, you're gonna pay for
Bro.
the drinks, actually.
Yeah, here's the thing. Our tour was we had like a professional manager who was like, all he would do is boast, you know, who we were gonna work with, who we knew, and how good we were, and fucking booked us on this
Staying
tour.
at the Riot Hyatt.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
gonna
We
give a fucking booth at the Rainbow Room. Fucking,
Exactly.
He was just really fucking trying to talk it up. You know what I'm saying?
we came into LA and he was totally trying to like give us the LA rock star band treatment,
Right.
Which was fucking cool and everything. But little did Sean Baruch know that we were fucking like that we like borrowed gas money from our parents to get to fucking Los Angeles that day, so to speak. I don't think,
Right.
you know, but we were fucking so broke, like band and crew, like we couldn't afford to be in Los Angeles at all. Like we couldn't afford like the tolls and the gas in Los Angeles, let alone to fucking eat. Like we would have been eating McDonald's, you know. This guy takes us to the Rainbow Room, which is a famous rock and roll bar. That was Lemmy's like go-to spot. Lemmy of Motorhead moved from London, Britain. I'm not sure. He moved to the States to the Rainbow Room because it was his favorite bar in America, and he looked for the closest place he could get to that bar. And he lived there, and he died there. He lived there his whole life. Apparently, his rent was like stupid cheap because he had it forever and he had his deal locked in. But yeah, dude, Lemmy lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's pretty crazy.
He picked it just because it was the cheapest thing nearest the Rainbow
He
Room?
got the closest. Lemmy doesn't drive as well.
That's a hell of a
right?
imagine.
Dude, that's a you move.
I might actually I was just thinking that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna you're gonna go on tour your whole life, find your favorite bar, and then move walking distance from it. So you're gonna end up living in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh my God, that Richard Gere bar.
I don't know, man. I thought we were gonna leave you in Kenosha. We used to talk about that when you get to those shows on tour, those cities you never been to, and like the day just goes right, and it would be
I found new loves since then.
Yeah,
I might end up in
Italy,
Spain
right?
somewhere. Italy
Spain.
too. Italy is definitely high on the list.
I've never been to Italy.
Spain is second on the list.
Is Italy like you'd think? I don't know I don't know what it's like. I don't know.
Yeah, I got homies there now. I got a
No,
homie
I mean
network
like
in Italy.
I don't know. What's it like? What's the weather like? What's it like? I don't know anything about Italy.
It's fucking
I'm
nice.
I'm
It's like
Italian.
it's it's near the fucking sea. It's nice and breezy. It's never too hot, never too cold. It's nice.
Does it snow there?
In certain areas in the mountainous regions,
They got
does
mountains?
snow. Yeah, they got mountains over there. It's right below Switzerland. So
Do they call it sauce or gravy?
they say something in Italian. I don't know what it is.
Man,
Uh-oh,
thank
what
you.
happened?
I got a real fruit ice pop here, folks.
Damn, all
Very
right.
much done. Thank you. Was the ice cream man just come by or something? Damn, dude loves ice pops. Wish it was a bomb pop. You ever heard that band, the Bomb Pops, bro?
No.
Fat Records band. Little connection to our scene. They got 2 chick lead singers. They're fucking awesome. And they got these 2 other dudes, if I'm not mistaken, here's their tie. The band Murderland.
Right.
Murderland. The singer, dude who writes most of that stuff, his wife is one of the singers in the Bomb Pops.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, the 2 dudes that are in and out of the Bomb Pops, the bass player and the guitar and the drummer, are they are from Murderland. So that band is like Murderland with 2 chick singers.
Right.
And they're fucking awesome, dude. They're really cool. They're a Fat Records band.
I'll have to look
Pretty
it up.
awesome. I mean, like, it's fucking. They're good, man. I don't want to they don't play like chicks. And they're an awesome. They're an awesome band for up and coming fucking.
I haven't
chicks
listened
and
to
bands.
anything fucking new, dude. I don't even know what the fucking level of awesome is anymore. I don't know.
I mean, they're not that awesome. They're awesome for what they are. They're awesome for somebody, I could totally see how that band would appeal to a young girl and make her want to play. Also
Good.
I think the drummer of that band
We need more of
those
that.
are like what?
We need more of that shit. Fucking trying to get younger people to fucking play. Yeah.
The drummer, I believe, is a graphic designer for Guitar Center and like Sweet Butter or something. So he does like all the graphics and the layouts for their catalogs. So you always see like that chick. I'm like, yeah, man, they're like the 2 chicks are like doing a lot of ads and shit. I hope they're selling a lot of guitars, man. They're awesome. They're a cool, middle of the line, influential, hardworking fucking punk band, dude. On fucking Fat Records too. It's kind of weird to eat an ice pop. Like, yeah. What flavor is that? Does anyone know what color it is?
Can't. It's the yellow flavor.
I'm colorblind. No, it's like yellow, and then there's like fucking this thing at the bottom. What the fuck is that camera?
Like a strawberry lemonade ice pop.
Oh, there's 3 colors. It's like white,
Yeah.
and then there's like yellow, and there's something at the bottom. He said it's real fruit. I don't know what that's about. I'll tell you.
Giants are down 16-10, everyone. But you know what? They're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm shocked it's that close. So, go Giants.
What's is this like? Is the season actually started
This is
now?
the season opener.
Game 1 for the Giants.
Game 1 for the Giants. And it looks like it won't be completely terribly overmatched all year. It looks like they might be competitive at some points of the year.
Why? What's up with the stands? Like, what, they got 25%
Completely
capacity too,
empty.
or empty?
Actually, they're fucking playing at MetLife, dog. It's a fucking completely empty stadium. That's just like 80,000 person stadium, and there's not one person in the stands.
None.
Can you imagine how, like, you've been in an arena or a very large fucking venue when you do something on a stage and there's nothing around. It's just like this strange, hollow emptiness to the fucking room. Like, everything gets echoed. It's like a dead feeling. I don't know how you get excited to play football in front of 0 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine playing a show to nobody.
But I mean,
I guess
sure.
we don't have to imagine too hard.
Yeah, I've done that.
Right. It's just hard to get up. Like, clearly your energy level gets picked up when you're playing a fucking packed room. Like, you gotta be on your toes and be super competitive in front of no people. That's tough, man.
I mean, like, like when you're playing like a really big venue or a really big like outdoor gig, and like the stage is high and the stage is deep, and then there's like a 10, 15-foot barricade.
There's 15 feet between you and the crowd. Well, imagine there being 10, 15
you gotta figure
feet
it's
between
so much
the crowd,
worse.
and then there being no crowd.
Yeah, but like, how far, when you're standing in the middle of a fucking, at the 50-yard line, how far are you really from the fucking audience anyway? I mean, I'm sure you hear the fucking roar of the crowd.
No, fuck that, bro. Because
those guys.
All right, so you saw the Big
shit.
Four at Yankee Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yo, my
I
girlfriend.
stood at center field of Yankee Stadium, and I was so stoked. I looked up in the stands. I'm like, this is awesome to be a baseball player and look up there and see this the way this is. But now imagine that, even though they're like, quote unquote, far away, imagine there being nobody up there. Fuck that. That's crazy. It'd just be like this like weird Twilight Zone. And you know what's even weirder is that some stadiums have put cardboard cutouts in the seats.
Yeah, what sport is that? That's what I was thinking football was going to do.
There's baseball's done that. And what's even weirder than that is in
cool.
California, the whole state
people.
is on fire. So, like, you get this crazy dystopian fucking cardboard cutouts are in the stands with fucking blazing fires in the fucking background, bro. It's crazy. It's 2020 is the fucking weirdest shit I've ever fucking seen.
Dude.
We got cardboard cutouts watching a baseball game with fires in the background.
That's a cool fan experience because, like, what I understand, the season ticket holders are allowed to have the option to have a cardboard cutout made of them.
Yeah.
Stands. That's pretty cool.
At least in basketball, they got the Zoom fucking thing. You could fucking be on a fucking Zoom call watching the game, like, and they have your fucking face on the stands. It's fucking pretty crazy. That's so ridiculous looking.
You see, with me, I fucking haven't watched sports in about 38 years.
Right.
So it's not that big a difference to me.
Well, but you just forget that you're not a sports fan. Just put yourself in a situation of in music, just forget that.
I've actually watched
you don't
more
like
sports
something
this year.
Doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't exist and isn't important. Just imagine it being like you being in those shoes and just fucking looking.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
Well, I agree with you, but what I was thinking is that like football would be one of the sports that I think that it would be. I mean, you're really far from the crowd, bro.
Yeah,
like
you're really far from the crowd.
Think about how difficult it is, or how.
But still, 100,000 people are pretty loud, no matter how far away you are from them. And imagine that, and you could just hear a fucking mouse running on the field.
They could just like play that shit on the
loudspeakers.
PA.
I think some of them are trying to do that. They have like just like this static hum.
They probably
they blend in the crowd noise.
Aren't at least the quarterbacks like wearing in-ears and shit nowadays?
People are saying they've had cardboard cut. Vinnie Paul, they had a cardboard cut out of Vinnie Paul in the stands for one of the games. They've had fucking
in Dallas
weekend at Bernie's cardboard cutout.
Dude,
Bernie was
awesome.
a fucking cutout. Fucking.
That's a good one.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jeff is saying he saw Got the Road play to 12 people. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the worst Gotham Road show. I distinctly remember Minnesota being the worst Gotham Road show.
That first tour especially was very strange. We were dealing with the catch up of we had no real PR team behind us.
Right.
We're a completely DIY band that just had a professional manager and a shitty booking agent and an excellent tour manager.
Right. I love when people say like I rode the coattails of fucking, to get fucking success or whatever, but here I am fucking,
dude,
leading. I was the leader of that band playing to fucking 9 people, fucking all in 2003 and 4. Fucking, those are some coattails I was riding.
As much as I don't know, that I'd heard that too. Like I've heard we never had a lot of haters. We never had a
No.
lot of detractors, to be honest with you, over the years. To be real, there's they could probably count them. If there's been 24, there probably hasn't been 24 people who outwardly talk shit about us or a
Right.
band like that over the years. But fucking, when I had heard more than 2 people accuse me and you of fucking like being on the coattails of Michael, and that, or that we'd be nothing without that,
Right.
or like that's where we came from, and that was. And as much as I knew that that wasn't the case, and as much as I knew that I was never in a position to, nor would I have ever defended that. I took that lick, but I mean, I don't know. I'm sure we would talk about it. I don't know how deep it was, but we've talked about it over the years. But like at some point, that shit did get to me, and that did change my path a little bit, despite the fact that I knew it wasn't true. Like fucking had I take nothing away from the opportunities that I had and the things I learned and how appreciative I was to be the age I was and taken into a professional touring band with a professional singer. Like I was very fucking lucky to be there. But motherfucker,
A
we
great
worked for that shit.
experience and great
No one knows what went on behind the scenes, and we
Right.
did earn our stripes as we went in that situation.
great experience is definitely what it was.
But dude,
Again-
that's the other thing is those weren't our first tours, bro.
Right. But
You know,
yeah,
like, I'd
those,
been
A,
on the
those
road a
weren't our
lot before
first
that.
tours. B,
I had a reputation. Most of our fans knew my fucking name already.
right.
Like
I don't think people think that, I don't know, those were somehow great tours, man. We were grinding away as any fucking underground band ever was. It was the same as being in Darrow, in my opinion.
yes, it was I mean, like, or even our stature at that point.
Yeah.
About as many people knew who we were.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, to be completely honest with you, and
In fact, at the end of Darrow,
I'm pretty sure Darrow's played to more people than Gotham Road has in a single room anyway.
Probably.
A couple times too. There's only like a handful of Gotham Road shows that were like very,
Right.
And there were the reunion gigs, where like anytime that we got to play with a national act in front of a large audience, there was always something, like when Darrow played Warped Tour. Like we've played some big gigs and Gotham Road, I'm saying. Even like that Minerva Fest that we played in Tupelo, Mississippi.
That's right.
Played with some big bands out there. It was outside, technically not Gotham Road. We were billed as Gotham Road, but Matt Johnson
Matt
played drums
Johnson?
for us. Yep.
Yeah.
It was fine. Matt Johnson did a great job, but I don't like to call that Gotham Road though. Nonetheless, yeah, man. Like Milwaukee Metal Fest was not better attended than fucking a local Darrow show.
Right.
And I mean, bro, by no means am I fucking drawing any parallel or saying one thing was better than another or anything like that. I mean,
Yeah, it's not about good. It's just
no. But
just the way it was.
yeah, I mean,
It was a struggle being. It was a fucking struggle being in Gotham Road. I don't
No
think
one
people
understands how
appreciate that. No
DIY
one
we were.
understands that. They're just like, oh, well, you had that guy, so it was good. Nah, man.
And especially in those years, to me and Loki and Paul,
Yeah.
we didn't know. Like our boss was the singer of the Misfits, dude, and we just met this dude, and we're all kind of new to. Loki and Michael were homier. Like I knew him a little bit as a friend, but I never worked for Michael. I wanted to keep my job. I was lucky to be there. I was appreciative. I was learning. I was always, especially at first, dude. I was fucking really trying to keep my job and fucking do my best. But man,
Definitely saying
no one
that Michael
knows
was so
how-
into it that he was playing in sweatpants and
in
wouldn't wear
Gotham
shoes.
Road,
There's some shows he didn't wear shoes. He just wore socks instead of wearing his boots.
in Gotham Road,
Yeah.
sweatpants,
Jeff was there for a lot. He would definitely know a few things.
sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
I've seen Shami make some interesting fashion choices.
Right.
Many of them in Gotham
Actually, I
Road.
found a New Year's Eve pictures where he's got red
Red
duct tape
duct
on, and I'm wearing a fucking red party hat.
yeah.
I look
You
like
like
Slash
the-
with a red party hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. You look like a New Year's Eve Slash. That's a good gig. It was fun.
That New Year's
we
Eve
did
gig
New
was
Year's a lot of
intense.
years in a row, if you remember.
Yeah, I used to hate it.
I know you, bro. You know what? You're wrong, and I regret that you ever did. And it's I blame you.
I
We had
hate
played.
playing New Year's. Like, can't I just enjoy
Sure.
bringing
Will
in the
you
New
acknowledge
Year's?
that? Will you acknowledge that after 2 years of not doing New Year's, you wanted to play shows again? Though
No,
I'm pretty sure it happened, dude.
I'm
Because
stoked
we
to
did
never play New
nothing,
Year's again.
bro. We had done New Year's like 4 or 5 years in a row in some capacity somewhere, and
Yeah,
then Loki just called it one year. He's like, "I'm not doing it. No matter who asks, no matter what it's for, no matter I'm not doing New Year's this year. 1 year off." We ended up taking like 2-3 years off New Year's for whatever reason. And I haven't had a good New Year since. Except, you know what? We did a New Year's with Graves probably like 2015 again,
right.
actually, I think. And
That was a
no,
terrible show, actually.
was it a way show?
I mean, it wasn't terrible as far
Pennsylvania, right?
as crowd, but it was a bad show.
Really? That was probably one of the first, if not the first show back of me and you playing with Michael for
Yes.
a while, man. You not since Gotham Road, right? Or
Jeff's
you
saying he's digging
not
up
since
pictures
one-offs?
right now. He's digging up pictures of Michael playing in sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
I played in sweatpants.
Loki played in sweatpants, but Loki had deceiving sweatpants at least.
Right.
I still got a pair of those, bro. Mine are even cooler. Mine are like total Joe version of yours. They're like Loki would get these sweatpants that like look like cargo pants. Like they look like army fatigue pants. Like they look like what I would wear all day, except they're sweatpants.
Right.
Like, you know, they look from a distance. You couldn't tell Loki was wearing sweatpants. To be honest with you,
You just look like cargo pants.
you wore them so baggy that you could start to tell that they're
Right.
sweatpants. Whatever the case, I cut those bitches just like I cut my other ones, and you really can't tell they're sweatpants. I never wore them on stage. I couldn't do that on my balls, dude. I could never wear sweatpants on stage just for my balls.
Plus, at the time, I was like 800 pounds, so I needed to wear
No, not then, bro.
baggy fucking clothes.
As a matter of fact,
The
dude,
Darrow days, Doomsday days, especially. Jesus.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm talking Gotham Road days. You were
No, I
probably the
was
first
wearing.
tour you weren't. Yo, you weren't trip pants, bro.
Yeah, I was wearing trip pants. I did not wear sweatpants for Gotham Road. That
Never.
started in the Doomsday Prophecy.
I remember your turning point about like completely. I remember you saying to us one day, be like, you know what?
Done with
Well,
pants.
there's two things. I remember something happened one day, and you were just like, you know what? I'm gonna get fat.
I did.
You did. Do you remember that?
It was
And
at
you're
your
like,
house.
it's like, you know what? I fucking love eating. Want to have a good time. I don't want to think about this shit. I'm gonna get fat. And you did, bro. You got fat in like 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
Like real quick. And then you lost it real quick too.
You know
But,
what helped? Sony helped because I was making so much fucking money, dude. If you remembered, bro, I was raking in some. I was working hard, but raking in some fucking money, and it just was so easy to get fat. Work like sitting in fucking in front of a computer all day, drinking a whole lot, eating a whole lot, because food was delicious.
It's amazing how quick it can happen, man. Right
Yeah.
now, as I stand, I am tied with the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Right now,
Damn.
it's the first time in my life. One time I got up to like 225 pounds once. And like it was when I was doing the acoustic tours with Michael. I was a fat bitch. Or for me, I didn't look good. Like I didn't wear it well.
Right.
And then I kept it off, and it was like I don't fucking really try to diet or anything like that. I just kind of lose and gain weight, and just kind of goes back and forth. But man, dude, in the month of between February and March, I put on fucking 20 pounds, dude. It's crazy. Like
Goddamn.
this year, dude. Like instantly.
You
It
remember
was
I would
about-
buy those fucking party packs of fucking Reese's peanut butter cups and just fucking eat the whole fucking bag
Dude.
every fucking night.
You did, bro. You just fucking were just like,
I would get whole
fuck
cheesecakes.
this shit. I'm gonna get fat.
I would get whole cheesecakes and just fucking. Remember,
You did.
we loved that that Entenmann's fucking cheese Danish thing.
That was you, bro. I'm not a dessert guy,
I
so
was
like,
fucking housed one just every night.
well, I mean, also when we were borrowing everything, bro.
Right.
I mean, like we had all the food we could eat, bro. So it's not like you weren't getting those extra goods, and like that, you were skimping on them, bro. Like,
Right.
and there was another point that the point that brought that up is that I remember also like the turning point of you being like, I'm not wearing fucking no stupid clothes on stage. Like, I'm gonna wear whatever fuck I'm wearing before I go to a show to the show from now
Right.
on. And like, I don't know, if I don't know, at least me, like, it doesn't matter what band it is or what pecking order it is. We're like, it doesn't even matter if we're playing in a band. Kind of when Loki says something, like,
I think I saw Killswitch Engage.
it was. That's what I was gonna say. It was Killswitch Engage.
I saw
You saw
Killswitch
show.
Engage,
You saw Adam D.
and they were just comfortable as fuck. I'm like, you know what? This makes the most sense in the fucking world. They're
Yeah.
on the road so much, and like, why would they go on and just not be at their most comfortable to play?
Yeah,
and
you said it
perform?
didn't matter. They fucking rocked. They were awesome.
They were
It
amazing.
didn't matter what they
I'm
were
like,
wearing.
that
They were
not
so
detract-
good that like
Yeah, I'm like, this is mind blowing to me. I am now not gonna give a shit about anything. Which that
You did-
changed again later.
Yeah. well, those two things happened within close proximity of each other.
Yeah.
Initially, and then the other two things happened in close proximity of each other too. Loki fucking, I don't even know what you did. What were you doing? You were like, that was a whole bunch of coke, heroin, and smack diet. What was that?
No, I
or
was.
did you just
started-
stop drinking?
I started seeing a personal trainer, dude, and I started working out hard.
Happened quick. You lost that weight quick.
Started working out hard, like 6 days a week. I would take one day off. I would eat right. Saw a personal trainer 3 times a week, and he would challenge me every time, dude. Like this guy, every time I thought I caught up, and like I was so happy, I'm like, I'm showing up. Like I'm gonna be able to do all these fucking things. He would see that I was having that I had caught up and that was having an easy time doing these exercises, and he would throw something my way that would destroy me. Like, oh, you think you're a little bit fit now? Nope. You're not fit at all. Try this exercise. And like that would be my next goal, to like be able to do that exercise the way it was. Yeah, that guy was trying to destroy me, and that's how I lost the weight.
Do you think that you worked harder to get fat or harder to lose the weight?
Way harder to lose the weight. It was.
I don't
it's
know, 'cause
easy
you
to
worked
fucking
hard to
sit
get
down
fat.
and eat fucking Reese's Pieces peanut butter.
No,
cups.
man, it was hard. You put some work in. It took you a while. You put some work in. Like,
Yeah, but at least that work I could do it while playing a video game. You know, this work was like, no, you need to not do anything that you like and put work into this. Losing weight is hard, man.
I don't know. You had techniques for it. I mean, putting it on.
Gaining weight
There
is
was a
easy.
guy-
I could fucking figure that out in a heartbeat.
I don't know, dude. My body's so weird, dude. Especially like I've been more versed in the Mr. Monster stuff as I've been getting like all my collection and dates and all that shit together. And like, dude, like every other month, like I would be like 10 and 20 less pounds, dude. It was real. When I was a kid, I did a lot. Like I've always been able to, I don't know, sometimes I'm a fat kid, sometimes a skinny kid. I've never been a skinny kid, but it's amazing, dude. So to me, I don't think about it too much. And then one day I wake up and it's like, goo. But all of a sudden, bro, one day fucking Loki showed up and he had some,
You know what really did? You know what turned it around for me, Joe?
what?
There's one defining moment. It's actually when we played Amnesia Rock Fest, and I sat there in front of this crowd. It was our first.
Oh, is that the big one with
Yeah. And I'm like,
we played
and
with
I
Snoop
saw a picture.
Slayer?
I'm like, there's no reason for me to fucking be playing in front of this many people, and this is like the version of myself I'm giving. Like, I need to be better, and that started a journey for me to fucking at least be presentable. I don't want to be. I'm never gonna be this fucking look taking bathroom selfies, fucking shredded or nothing. But like,
Motherfucker, I could have fucking a little different. I could have fucking said the same thing to you fucking a year or two earlier. It
I
wouldn't have been about
I
that,
didn't-
but
I didn't really care at that point.
it
But
would have been like Loki.
that changed my caring.
We're gonna get you some jeans. That's it.
Right.
And everything would have fell in place. It's true. Loki just showed up one day, man. He was like, "You lost that weight quick, dude.
Yeah.
You really did. It was pretty crazy.
It was like 70 pounds in less than a year.
Were you lifting to do it, or is it just a lot of cardio and dieting?
I was doing a lot. Yeah.
But like, did you lift to like shift weight?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing that, man, because I'm pretty sure that I have like no muscle tone now.
Right.
So like, it shouldn't be hard to get like 1 or 2 or 3% muscle tone. like, and if I could just like,
Yeah, just get something right. I got you.
move it around, be all right. No one, dude, I can't, like I'll be old and a punk rock singer, but I don't want to be an old fat.
You could
punk
go to
rock
fucking kickboxing class with fucking Deanie over there.
singer. Yo, Dean's fucking god, dude. I can't lift my fucking. I'll split my jeans if I lift my leg that high. Dean is literally like taking a nap behind me. Yeah, you can see it.
Right.
Yeah, he's like sleeping in the room with me. Man, what am I gonna do? Fucking, you got to start scheduling like an intermission or something.
Why,
So,
you gotta go to
like,
the bathroom?
Nah, I gotta go bathroom. Nah, I want to smoke a cigarette, man. We can't fucking. Dean's son is doing what is it called? He's doing school in here. His son's like the coolest kid in school, bro. He does the Zoom meetings. He's got like the fucking nice mic and all the shit. Like
Right.
all these kids, you can't even hear him. It's awesome.
By the way,
But the mic stinks like smoke.
I broke down and bought
Yeah.
an SM7B.
Best. Do you know? I made a list at the beginning of the year. I made a list of the gear, dude. It's been as long as I think the first demo I ever did on 4-track in my life was with you in my basement. Me and you did
talking about
we did the original Better Dead Than Wed
Wed?
demo. Yep.
I played the fucking keyboard.
Yep.
And I rocked a mean acoustic solo.
You did. I think that was I'd done a couple of weird. You know what? Brian was talking about it the other day.
School, no? You were doing stuff at school?
Was that before it?
I don't remember.
I found those tapes, man. I have when I was learning to use a drum machine and a 4-track for the first time in my life, the school I went to was had a awesome music program. It was like guitar, bass, drums, vocals, like keyboard. And there was a 4-track in the room and a little bit of outboard gear, and nobody knew what it was or what to do with it. There was like an Alesis drum machine.
Right.
Everyone in the school was like, all the kids who were in the music class were learning how to play guitar. And I didn't, I fucking barely knew how to play guitar. I knew how to play guitar as much then as I do now. But it turns out I was a leg up fucking on fucking most of the class. So like for me to sit in on the curriculum was retarded. So I would sit down and, I'd occupy my time. I'd either write songs or I would learn how to use a drum machine, learn how to use the 4-track, just taught myself. And yeah, I would record whatever. Dude, I have a couple of the recordings. I would do Misfit songs, like just to learn how to record by myself. And those are the first songs I would really sing on.
Right.
And the first demo of Guaranteed to Bleed is done that way. There's a couple Guaranteed to Bleed demos.
Yeah.
I think
one with Tom.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Teenage Dreams. I don't know. I think I did it. It might have been first recorded with Tom Logan. I don't know if that's the first demo of it or if I did it in school first. And I'll tell you, some of the songs are a little. I have you and Wolfer were talking about having cassette tapes that deteriorate or break over the years.
Right.
One of my fucking recordings that I did at school, like the 4-track tapes, it's weird. It plays, and then there's like one point in the tape where it twists.
But yeah, it's cranked. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll play through it, and get through. I'm pretty sure I lost a song.
Yeah.
Probably for the better. But dude, I did Tina and Freddie. I did Amy Sue at one point. Couple versions of Guaranteed to Bleed. I did Little Frankenstein.
I used to do so much surgery on cassette tapes, dude, where I would just fucking take apart the fucking plastic spindle and just try to find that twist and I would perform major surgeries on like demos that I would do. Try and salvage any cassette tape.
I put Scotch tape on them before.
Yeah.
It'll do her, actually.
It'll do it, yeah.
What is it called? Dead Flesh Girl as well.
Remember, like,
but dude, the other tape I have I do Saturday Night, Resurrection, and Dig Up Her Bones. I have a recording of me doing Helena, all like at the same time I was writing like Mr. Monster stuff.
Right.
Like that's how I learned how to record.
You remember bouncing down tracks, like recorded on the 4-track, recorded on these 3 tracks,
recorded 3 tracks,
down track 1, fuck right.
Yep.
Fucking pleasures of tracking on a 4-track.
Yes, I do remember. I concur. Man, you gotta go to sleep. What if I want to do an intermission? Fucking, will you like come over here and like jerk off for everyone for the intermission or something? Okay.
Yeah,
Dean's
come
like
on,
really going
come
to
on,
sleep.
Dean. Let's get a conversation going over here while Joe smokes a cigarette.
He's
We got about a half hour left. You can't
That's
wait a
what
half
I'm saying.
hour.
I got plenty of time. No, I'm not fucking going now. I'm just saying if Dean goes to sleep, like Dean was like my ace in the hole for intermission.
Damn.
I would just like talk it up to a good Dean story, and Dean just smokes a cigarette. I should bring my own mic to smoke up. What I've said before is, bro, every one of my friends just got fucking like in COVID times. I was really shopping out a studio, like or not a studio, but I was like shopping out. Well, this is why we're saying this before. I've never in my life had a setup to record songs, ever. Never been able to do it. That was one of those things where when we were young, we shared things.
Right.
Like you never had a bass guitar, like or back then, or like
Yeah.
you never had a PA head because you had PA speakers, and like it always just me and you always shared shit. I never had, dude. I still to this day, I have never owned a guitar rig in my life. Or at this point, I've never owned my own guitar,
Like
cabinet.
a full guitar rig, because you have that
Never had
EVH now, which is nasty.
Yeah, the head's awesome.
That's
but I
a
don't have
nasty fucking head.
It's awesome. It's my favorite head ever, and it sucks a lot because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go backwards from it now.
Right.
Like I don't know if
Well, why would you need to go backwards?
fucking why would you need? You've never had to go backwards your year, bro?
Shut up. Well, don't put that shit in the air.
I'm just saying. Well, I don't fucking leave. The EVH doesn't leave my fucking bedroom now.
Right.
But what I'm saying, I don't have a cab. There's always been like some component of it. I've never had my own. Dude, I used to play with full stacks and shit, and Mr. Monster. It's never my gear.
Right.
I've never owned. It's a lot of weird things, man. It's from us sharing. It's because, it's just what it made sense. But another thing, I've never owned a Gibson before. I'm like the shittiest rock dude ever. Never owned a half stack. I've never had a Gibson guitar. And I only had like my first real leather jacket that fit me like 6, 7, 8 years ago now. I had a couple that just didn't fit. But
If you were to get a Gibson, what would you get?
at this point, I get an SG.
An SG?
I very much fell in love with SGs. Have you ever really got comfortable
Not
with
a
one for a
real
minute?
SG. I would
Bro.
play, whatever the fucking knockoff is.
If you got a buddy, yeah, like the Vipers ain't bad too.
Right.
But if you have a buddy who's got an SG or like you see one at a store next time, I don't know if the store would sell it to you. Like listen, I've always known what the SG was, like it just never appealed to me visually. I never loved what it looked like. I'm a big AC/DC guy, so Angus, it was a fucking Sabbath. It was certainly on my radar. But man, the first time I fucking had an SG like left at my house, I had one for like a summer once, dude. There is no guitar more comfortable to sit on your like a couch and play. Like you can kick back and play an SG, and like no matter how whether you're standing or sitting with an SG,
Right.
A, it's light as hell. B, the body's thin. You have access. Like I feel like I have like a fucking 42 fret guitar when I play an SG. It's like the 12th fret feels like it's where the 7th fret is to me when I play them. Like everything feels over more. So
Right.
I can access everything. And you can really like kick back on the couch and rip them, dude.
I feel like every SG I've ever seen has been maroon.
In what?
Maroon?
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I don't think I've ever seen another color
thing?
SG than fucking a maroon one.
Dude, at one point I had a couple of them in my house. I had like a Viper and SG collection.
Right.
Another one. All my motherfucking friends had SGs and Vipers so much that like there
Who
were
the fuck
5,
has a
6 of
Viper?
them. Jeff Grog's got a really sweet Viper.
Yeah.
Tracy should still have a really nice Viper. And I think that maybe Jeff's was actually
he ain't
Johnny
got,
B.
He ain't got no fucking cabinet laying around. He could fucking sell
Sure,
to you.
Jeff's got fucking more of my gear than I do at this
What are you
point.
doing, Jeff? Let's go. Let's get Joe a cabinet here.
Dude, I have a 112 Brugera cabinet. That's it. That's the well, yeah, I guess that's my guitar. That's the first guitar cabinet
Right.
I have. It doesn't count to me.
That does not count because you
So I've never had-
plug that into the fucking EVH and it's just
Yeah, it's
like
stupid.
yeah.
It's pointless. I've never had I've had 2.5, almost 3 killer bass rigs in my day, but never had a guitar rig. Never once. Still need a cab. I'm in the market. In the market for a sweet guitar cab.
Me
Looking
too.
at
I actually I need a better, not a better, but I need another cab.
I need a cab.
I got the Trace
You know,
still, but like that shit needs to be retired.
knowing me, does it need to be retired, or
It should probably be retired.
is there anything wrong with it?
It should
Yo,
probably be
Loki's had this cabinet that he's talking about. That the head for the cabinet is right behind me,
right.
behind that guitar. He played like in his first band on it, and it's still kicking. Like the thing still works. It's an off-brand odd. I believe it's an acoustic guitar half stack. Am I right?
Yeah.
Very
I used
odd.
to have a fucking Ibanez distortion pedal, and I used to get like a nasty 9 Inch Nails tone out of that.
So Loki used that shit in
I
Angelson
bought it because
on the Angelson record.
what the fuck is that mall in Wayne? Willowbrook.
Yeah.
I went to Willowbrook Mall, and they had that.
What a fucking Sears.
They had that head. It was some music shop. They had that head and a fucking 4x12 cab for like $900, and I'm like, I gotta have this right fucking now because I think I could get
What were you, like,
$900
17?
right this fucking minute. Let's do it.
Yeah, what were you, like 17 then too?
It was before Angelson, yeah, and fucking. So yeah, I bought that. I'm like, I don't care that the fucking head sucks. I'll just get a distortion pedal. Away we go. Because I had already been using. I had a Ampeg Reverber Rocket, which was a 115. It was old school. Like if you bumped into it, the reverb chamber would explode. Like all you had to do was just like touch it a little bit, and all you heard was forever.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I had that fucking some distortion pedals for that thing. I'm like, if I can make that work, I can make this Trace Elliott work. It's a half stack. Let's fucking go.
You used it into Mr. Monster too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I can't believe. I mean, that thing after that, it kind of got retired for a little while. It sat in your fucking. It wasn't gainy enough for
Right.
Gotham Road. It wasn't going to work for that.
That's when
I'm surprised.
we switched to those crates.
Yeah.
Didn't we steal one of those, or it came
No.
to us? It came to us free via somewhere.
They cycled in and out of us a lot. Actually, it was a very accessible head because it was cheap, and very common at the time. But we had the only good one, or well, there were two of them. Jason had one, and you had one. And then there were the couple cheap ones. They looked identical, but the models were
But
different.
they weren't. Yeah.
They were not the same. The one that you and Jason had was fucking the 2200H.
Yeah. They
the
came out
other
with the
ones-
Excalibur later.
Yeah, the Excalibur was junk, and there's like a 900H as well.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same as the Excalibur. One of those is my brother-in-law's. He wasn't my
Ryan.
brother-in-law at the moment. Yeah, but
Yeah.
one of those is his. And I don't know if he gave it to us or we never gave it back to him. He never asked for it.
It's probably the second one.
And I don't know where the other one came from, but we have at least an Excalibur, a 900.
Yeah.
Jason got his 2200H stolen.
Did he?
On the first Graves tour.
Okay.
On the first Graves theft. And
Did he have one already? Like, how did he get one?
yeah, we used that on Over Your Dead Body. That was the main amp I used the whole time.
Right.
It was Jason's, but see, I didn't own a guitar rig. I didn't. Those cabs were someone else's, and the head was someone else's. I didn't own at that point. I didn't even own a head or a cab. I just had a guitar.
We were
I was constantly changing it back and forth in guitar and bass. Then, man, I was like under 18 and fucking was always playing something else.
We were representing Crate Hard those days. You're using Ampeg, which is great.
St. Louis Music Company, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they say crate stands for, right?
What?
Can't really afford the equipment.
Right. Well, they're not wrong. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you in retrospect, for then it was doing what we needed. In retrospect, I would love to have heard the Gotham Road record on a tube amp with some tube amps.
Yeah. Well, we did.
Well, yeah, there was some.
The crate was thrown.
It was
crate was thrown in there because I used it, but Harry, if you remember, Harry brought shit from DeBella, and we fucking mixed. We blended that record with every fucking tube amp. We used a fucking triple rec. We used a fucking PV 5150 and the fucking crate.
Do you remember?
And we layered those. Seasons of the Witch had like 85 guitar tracks. Not really 85, but a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was laughing about that because I listened to the Marilyn Manson record yesterday, or glanced through it, the new one. And like it's what it was, and I listened to like 2-3 minutes every track. But when I got to the end, I was like, I gotta hear some real Marilyn Manson now. Just
right.
I'm not saying the record is bad. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna judge it yet. But it reminded me back
a mature, grown Joe where he doesn't judge things.
Yeah, dude. I kind of evolve a little bit as the years go by. I learned some things. I make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
So
me too.
And I'm surrounded by people who make mistakes too.
Yeah.
So I learned from
we all make mistakes, Joe.
Yeah.
That's every person in the world makes a mistake. Just some people don't. Just some people don't say they make mistakes. They just keep going on their.
I don't get
their path.
I don't get it. Why does everyone feel like? Are people so offended when you imply that they're wrong, or like why is it so important to people?
Ego driven.
Like if we're talking about fucking astrophysics, bro,
Right.
And I don't know something. I don't know. I say I don't fucking know. Or and if we're talking about something that I know, I like I mean, like, what? Who the fuck is right all the time? And why? And whoever said that, man, I don't know. People put a lot of emphasis on it, and I've really it's been like a new leaf for me in the last couple of years. I've realized that the more I admit to being wrong, and the more I accept them wrong and accountability for it, then on the other end, you should fucking know and fucking want them for real too. You know what I'm saying? So I at this point, I get excited to be wrong, or excited to correct myself because I'm like,
then you get to learn what the real thing is.
Yeah, you get to learn what the real thing is. But on the other, like I said, on the other end, then I'm fucking up bullshitting
and not do it again. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yep. And
I should doing something once, completely fucked up, and then doing it again.
Yeah, I've done that. I've got some twofers like that. Sure. I mean, I'm not top of my head, but I got some twofers. But yeah, man, 38 years old, man. I'm still doing dumb shit. Let me tell you, I'm pretty stupid still.
I'm gonna be 42 in October, and I'm dumbing it up left and right over here.
I mean, I'm not asking you the question of what it is, but have you done anything really stupid this year? Like where you were like, damn, Loki, you're fucking really?
I do a lot of things I shouldn't do.
I'll tell you.
Knowing that I shouldn't do them, I still do them because they're fun. But I still do them anyway because they're fun.
End up in them. I think I don't do things I know too much.
Right.
I end up in them though.
Someone's asking you what your top 3 Marilyn Manson records are. Wow.
Fucking Portrait, Antichrist Superstar, and Mechanical Animals.
And what?
Easy. Mechanical Animals.
There you go.
The first 3.
Took them 0.3 seconds.
Oh yeah, dude. They're another one of those. Not all you know this about me, but closest.
Did you listen to anything after that?
Yeah. There's stuff here.
Like anything after that?
Yeah, dude, that live record is awesome, but it's a live record.
Right. That does not count. Right.
Yeah, it's a fucking pretty good record. I think there's an original track or two as well. Even I'm not sure the name of it. The next one, he started getting like really jumping the shark, getting a little extra hot topic after that. Even the next two records, man, like Maryland, back in the day, I don't know if your perspective is the same. Let me know. But back in the day, I noticed that bands were a lot better, or eventually got better at like, all right, here's the single that we have to put out and is going
Right.
to appease everyone, and the rest of the record
The
is
rest
going
of
to
the
be what
record
the
was
fuck we want to do.
street cred, yeah.
Yeah. And I always felt that band was pretty good at that. You know, like, except in the case of Antichrist Superstar, it was like 7 fucking singles, and rightfully so. But yeah, going forward, man, there's still deep cuts straight through Manson's career that are pretty good, man. You know, like I saw some reviews. Someone was saying that like the last 3 Manson records were perfect. I was like, the last 3. I mean, like, I always check out when Manson puts out a new record, man. Like it's just interesting, you know, like he's just an interesting artist, and
Right.
who really knows what he's gonna do. Like this point, he's such a wreck too, you know, a
Is
lot
he?
that like
I really don't know anything of what's going on with him.
I mean, just in like the last decade, he's been pretty bad.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Does he have a band, or is it just like whoever the fuck he hires, or what?
he's
How
got
does that
Brandon
work?
Pertzborn playing drums for him, man. That's the kid who played. He played. I don't know if it's Flag or Black Flag. He played for. I think it's Flag. No, I think it's Black Flag. He was drummer at Doyle for a while. I don't know if he played on any of the records, but he's the really good drummer who was in Doyle's band for a minute.
The
Brandon
TSOL guy?
Pertzborn.
Oh, Brandon. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's
That's the other guy. Yeah.
yeah. What's
Yeah,
his-
Brandon Persport. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's really good. I think Alex Story got mad at me once in a Facebook thread. Because what was it? I'm like, yeah, that kid's pretty good. He's awesome, you know. And I think like I got told that like he's the best.
Gotcha.
And I was like, and I think I commented back like, I don't know, I'll go that far, but you know, like,
Right.
yeah, he's really good. And I don't know.
He's the
I was-
best.
I was jerk. I think we were talking about Pauly Lifeless is what it was.
Gotcha.
You know, like, and I wasn't like fucking whipping drummer dicks out on a fucking pole or something, on a fucking ruler or nothing, but he is damn good though, man. Let me tell you, he's a fucking beast. I remember like, you know, I always thought he was good. And I remember like after getting that comment, checking him out, and then just throughout the years, like realizing, yeah, kid really can fucking play. Never thought he couldn't, but
Right.
he's really good, man. A lot of his like drum videos and shit on his channel are fucking awesome, dude. Talented kid, young guy. Fucking what an opportunity, bro, to especially like out of our whole bubble of dudes, man. That's probably
the way you
biggest
gotta attack the
opportunity.
drummer. The way you have to attack the drummer situation is to snag a young guy, because once they get older,
Yeah.
they are expensive.
Yeah. I wanted
Like-
him like a lot of people will say this too, but like he would have been an excellent choice for the fucking Misfits reunion.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, definitely.
I thought it made perfect sense too.
It would have
'cause
made perfect sense and a lot cheaper. But I guess they didn't
because
care at that point.
what were the Misfits doing in the 80s anyway? Is they were taking young, like they were using Black Flag's fucking scraps, dude.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Like they
Probably should
always
have been,
had.
because like who went to go see the Misfits because Lombardo is playing? I mean, I'm sure it's definitely cool.
Yeah, it wasn't selling tickets.
It's fucking very cool, but that wasn't moving the needle. Like
It was fucking awesome. Dave Lombardo is incredible.
Yeah,
playing
no,
drums.
it's not about that, but like it's like they were going to sell out whatever they sold out, but already. Like Dave Lombardo did not do a goddamn thing for them to move the needle as far as ticket sales. They could have had this kid do
I was
it. That would have
surprised.
been good.
I was surprised how much shit they got for like not using, or just the ignorance of a lot of the fans to. Bro, you're playing fucking goddamn Madison Square Garden, and like dude, some of those early Misfits dudes are really great, unique drummers. Like, like you know, you want to get like Mr. Jim in there, or fucking, or like who's the other dude who was pretty good, and like you know, Joey Image or something like that. Like, yeah, those dudes were good, but do you really want to see fucking like 65-year-old man who hasn't played drums in a really long time, fucking playing the jazz-esque
Well, you said not playing in a long time, but I would just said probably Marky Ramone is the only one I'd Want to see it
No,
65?
I wouldn't want to see it. Oh, at 65 for the Misfits?
No, for any, just generally.
I love Marky's drum playing, but
not
if
for
you
that.
not for the Misfits.
Not for that.
I didn't like it.
No, I completely agree. I'm just saying, in general, 65-year-old drummer, Marky's probably the only person I would say he could probably play drums for something.
Sure. Who's it? If you ever watch I always thought this was kind of cheesy, but in Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg with Michael, when they eventually on bigger shows, they were throwing Digger for Bones and Saturday Night into the Blitzkrieg sets. Nope.
That's because the fans were clamoring for it.
I would have I understand that, but I would have had a really fucking hard time playing that song in a room. I would have had a hard time rehearsing that song with Marky coming from where we did.
Right. They were playing it fast. You needed to alternate pick everything.
He did it. He took liberties, bro. He did it his way. And you know what?
But it is. I mean, that was what it was. It wasn't to showcase the mic. It was just to get it out there because people were fucking really wanting.
Hey, man, Michael fucking sang that dude's songs the way they went. That at least that dude could have done was fucking play fucking the one of his songs he did instead of the two of his songs. Fucking do it right.
I get it, but it wasn't the fucking Michael Gray's Blitzkrieg. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
bent to the will of the person. Marquis on the fucking name.
Yeah, I love that fucking one song they did.
He could have just chose not to do it, and that would have been great too. Know what I'm saying?
Could you? I was just thinking about. Could you imagine like being me and you and let's say we were doing that and they wanted to throw Digger for Bones in the set, and we were at rehearsal and me and you had to be look at each other and show it to any drummer the way we would have.
Right. Yo, Marky, this is not how it goes, bro.
So Marky. It would be you too.
Yo, Marky, here's some ankle weights, bro. This fucking
yeah. No. We don't want you playing like a bitch on stage, bro.
Right.
See, if you play with the ankle weights, when you play the show, and you take them off the show, you're gonna go faster. It's gonna be easier. So,
or Jake. I need to find Jake and have him on here.
I know. I was thinking that the other day. I saw him do a cover today on his drum channel. He was doing fucking WAP, dude.
What was he doing?
WAP.
Fuck is whack?
WAP.
Oh, WAP. I don't know what that is.
Loki.
Don't look at me like that. You don't saw you didn't see the face I just gave you, but
yo,
here you
go. Loki don't know what WAP is.
Don't fucking look at me like that,
bro. You're usually fucking hipper than me on this shit,
dude. I'm out. I'm
out, dude. I'm out as fuck.
I've tapped out of modern society. I'm tapped out. I don't know what's going on. I got my studio. I fucking ordered a fucking mic that's better than this. I can't wait. It comes tomorrow, by the way.
You're a jerk.
I don't see what's going on outside. I don't know because none of it's any good, right? And I'm probably gonna die soon. So, whatever. I'm just trying to enjoy the last few moments of my life doing the things that I enjoy instead of arguing with everyone about the things that suck in the world.
You want to work out like a negotiation with our wills?
With who?
We'll work out a negotiation and then go get our wills done. So that way, if you croak, I get hooked up, and if
you want to do that,
you get hooked up. We'll just trade it off. So
I don't know if I'm important enough to fucking have a boost in the numbers after I fucking croak.
Boost in the numbers, man. I'm just talking about some of your shit, bro.
I don't have some of the studio stuff.
Joe gets all of his fucking t-shirts back that Loki stole from him for years.
I need to write a will.
That's what I'm saying. I should really have a fucking will. And then I can get your mic in your studio, some of your artwork gear. That'd be really nice. If you died, that'd be a nice, and perfect. Then on the other end, if you died, then maybe you can get some cool shit out of me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I got some guitars laying around.
Make a little yeah. Nah, man, those guitars belong in a museum or something, bro. I don't want none of that. I want some other stuff.
This fucking, what I'm super fucking happy about is all the people who sponsor me.
You got sponsors.
have fucking sent me some emails saying that they're super stoked that I'm, continuing to do stuff, and I'm actually working on a project with someone from a sponsor to be a part of a compilation about something. So yeah, super stoked
Cool.
about that.
Cool, man. I used to do music.
I used to do music.
I was a music man once. Back in my day, we would get in a van and drive from place to place, dive bar to dive bar. Sometimes we
Let's
played
talk
real
about
nice
this. That
places.
you've licked every dive bar's floor on the stage in America.
That's a nice way to put it. But one tour I did it every day. I probably
What was
did
the
it for
song? What was the song?
he said, she said. I would
Right.
do it in the end of the song.
What was the Why'd you start that? What was the purpose of it? Was there a missing meaning? I just thought
You would get pissed at me for it sometimes.
I would kick you. I would kick you in the ass, like literally kick you. Like you would be bent over, licking the floor, and I would kick you on your bum.
I mean, not even that, man. I don't know that we're fucking around on stage at that point, but you actually didn't like it at one point, and I had to resist you. Like I'm like, sorry, Loki. Committed
Sorry,
to it
Loki,
at this
I'm
point.
doing this.
I'm committed to this at this point. I have a picture of me down on the floor licking the stage, and you pointing like the tip of your guitar, like not
Right.
into my ass, but as if you were.
Yeah.
It's certainly a thing.
Black and Chrome Media, what's up? People are joining us on Twitch. I got Twitch followers, guys.
Fuck is a Twitch, man?
I'm on Twitch. I'm on, all sorts of things. But what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for joining.
So
Loki.
why did this happen? Why did you choose
I can tell
he
you
said
exactly.
she said I'm going to lick the floor during this part because it was the same part every night.
I don't know if it was initially that song or what the fuck it was. But I do remember exactly what started that. We were playing. I don't remember at Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was a dive bar in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We were on the Dead and Wasted Darrow tour.
Okay.
And I remember that in front of the state, I guess like 2 nights a week, they had a strip club, like the bar that we played. So there's like a stripper pole. Like, so it was like a box, the height of the stage, and it had a pole on it.
Yep.
And at first, I didn't really realize that that's what that was, like a stripper box or whatever. But they put it, center stage, almost like a fucking 3-foot ego ramp, because that stage was tiny.
What the fuck was the name of that place?
I know the name of that place.
There was a biker club house right across the street.
We would go there during the day and hang out with them and have a good time. Actually, we'd show up early all the time when we played there. Fort Wayne, that was Corey and Brandy, bunch of good heads come out. We always play at the Lurking Corpses.
The Lurking Corpses, that's right.
Underrated. Anywho, I don't know. We were playing with fucking Dead and Wasted and fucking. I blew a snot rocket on stage. And I guess Dead and Wasted was standing in front of us that night, and Johnny Wasted was right in front of me, and I blew a snot rocket.
Did you lick up your own snot rocket?
Well, hold on. I blew a snot rocket, which I fucking do. I don't even got to be on stage to do that. I do it all day.
Right.
Like if I'm outside, I just like throw them where I gotta, So I did that, and Johnny Wasted gave me a look like as if I was like trying to be crass or like trying to be like, I don't know, like I was showing off or like I was trying to be badass. Or so he gave me that look. Like, oh, like so edgy. And I just looked and I'm like, fuck you. I didn't know how he missed it, but I fucking just ducked down and I fucking lapped up my snot rocket.
So you licked up your own snot rocket from the floor of the fucking
strip thing. Yeah, the strip box, and like I would just kept one up and him licking the pole and fucking like just to make Johnny laugh.
Okay, so how did that become a thing?
I think it happened a couple other times on that tour or whatever from us busting our balls. If Johnny was there, I would try to gross him out on stage, like just when I noticed he was watching, I would always just do something gross, you know.
Hold on for a second. I want to thank Black and Chrome Media. Yeah, we're just normal fucking dudes. We've been in a lot of bands. We've been touring for fucking 20 years. So this is a person who doesn't even know who we are that's just joining us, fucking watching us talk.
Well, nice to meet you, man. My name is Joe.
Yeah.
JV Bastard, professionally
Loki.
Joe Basta.
Nice to meet you.
My mom calls me Joey.
Joey Blue Eyes. Anyway,
The ladies call me baby.
Baby Blue.
My mom calls me Baby Blue.
So,
Bunny Blue.
what the fuck? Yeah, so it went from that to licking every fucking stage.
Yeah,
Why?
dude, I don't really fucking know.
No?
I like.
So that wasn't like a thing where you're like,
It was
caught
just
a lot of
fucking-
attention. I'm gonna do this next time. It wasn't like a pre.
No, it didn't get me his attention, bro. It got me attention from you guys,
Right.
and the occasional. Most people wouldn't even see I was doing it because I'd be on the ground below fucking where everyone could see. But I don't know. It became. I guess we hadn't even written He Said She Said yet at that point. So when I first started doing it, it was before that song even existed.
You licked the floor of the Mecca
There was a reason I
Lounge in
did it.
Johnson City.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that floor. As a matter of fact, I have like 3 licking the floor stories that I'll never forget. And
Let's
that's one.
hear 'em.
Well, point of the whole thing is when we left on the Plastic Smile tour, it was the Griller tour. It was so much that went into it. There was a lot of pressure in my life. There's a lot of fucked up things going on. I was very passionate. Had to make a lot of sacrifices, and in my mind, whether this was it was stupid, but it's something I told myself in my mind, and it made sense then. But licking or kissing the stage of the dive bar every night, so to speak, it would be at the part of the song He Said She Said was about going on the road. That song,
Right.
It was about leaving the people you love back home, going on the road, and coming home to nothing was fucking different.
Yeah.
You know, people complaining about the same things, and just and like it was about my decision to, or about how I loved my friends and my family, but I had to leave them too. Back and forth. So, things were just in my mind, dude. It was dedication to my craft. That was me. That was me for myself, and me put my money where my mouth is. That I loved what I was doing, and I was happy to be there.
Right.
So to me, it was. I was willing to lick that stage to fucking. That's how much I loved it.
You ever get like a hairball, like you come up and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Usually the carpets were really bad.
Right.
Because if there's a carpeted stage, you don't even want to know it's in it. I remember
you got 3 memorable licking the stage stories. Why were they so memorable? Like you've licked a lot of fucking stages. Why do 3 stick out?
Bad. Carpets were always bad. I don't know. I don't know if I can remember the venues of all of them, but I remember licking a carpet really bad and almost choking and like pulling length out of my teeth and shit. Like it was just like much hairier carpet than I anticipated. I've licked up glass before somewhere, not on purpose.
Got yourself?
No, it went all right.
It went all right.
I was more freaked out than anything. I didn't bleed. It would have been a lot cooler if I did. Did not bleed.
Okay.
The worst one though, you were right. As far as I could, I've like licked over Mikey's shoes a couple times too. That was kind of gross. Like I'd lick like over the stage and like over Mikey's feet and just like.
There were a few times in this era where I was more disgusted with you than you licking that Mecca Lounge floor.
The Mecca, that's what I was going to say. The Mecca Lounge floor is probably the worst. And that's weird because the Mecca Lounge there was no stage. You played in the corner on the floor.
Yeah, it was on the corner.
So
but every band had played that day.
Tile floor.
Yeah.
That floor tasted worse than any floor in the country. It straight tasted like vomit. Like it tasted like dry, hot vomit. Like vomit that had sat in the sun. And like I licked it and I couldn't get that fucking taste out of my mouth, dude. It was, dude, licking a floor, be honest with you, that much adrenaline and all that's going on, and very passionate dude. I'll fucking notice, man. I could be licking fire shit or who knows, you know, like and whatever. But I'll never forget like in the Mecca Lounge floor, dude. And I'll tell you, when I licked it, the people like in the crowd in front of me were
Your
all like,
faces were like,
yeah,
what?
like the people who worked there,
fuck?
like
I mean,
everyone knew.
we would get that look from like some people in the crowd, but that show, everyone was just like,
Yeah,
because the
but
audience
I
was
hope
like
you remember
you
that
said,
way.
there was no stage. All the bands were fucking in and out of there, getting the gear in and out of there, fucking mud from shoes, you name it. And like the fans were kind of like in our space sometimes. When you licked that floor, everyone looked at you.
You ever see
What?
You ever see the video? Dude, one of my favorite Darrow videos, or one of our favorite shows ever, my best Darrow stage memories. Might not believe this, but like I could, if I was going to show someone our band and they'd never heard of us before, like and like they want to see us
Someone
live.
called you a floor connoisseur.
Hey man,
Nadine, thank you for that one.
what's up, Nadine? The fuck, man. What are we talking? I got lost
Black and
on
Crow
floor
Media,
connoisseur.
hit me up privately. I'll fucking jump on your podcast, no problem. Fucking shit. Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, I don't remember either. It was on I know that a part of the song it was I would love to stay, but the road still calls my name.
Oh, and I guess at the end we would rock out. It would be the outro was just a band.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. If someone asked me to show them the band respectfully, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know damn well our crew could fucking go off, and we're gonna have a good time. Everyone's gonna respect everything. We open it to the public in someone's house. I can't start to speak for that, you know, like. So I kind of want to throw a house party, man. I got a really cool idea for it. You know, if anyone's pass the word around, if fucking you don't live in Jersey too, man, kind of want to do it the next like month or two. You know, just like a little party. You know, just enough. Doesn't have to be a rager, but got some ideas, man. Something really cool. I like to do this.
Hold on, Joe. I'm gonna do something right now.
I'm gonna fucking ask. Far he's back against the floor, like it's crazy, man. That's that video has the spirit of I mean, not exactly the living room, but that has the spirit of what I always wanted that band to be to me, man. You know, like I came.
That guy says it all. That guy's face was awesome. That's
Yeah, we have no
badass,
idea
man.
who he was. Yeah. Dude, it was hard for me to stop doing it after a while too, like because I made it through the tour. I had said to myself, like, I am going to lick the floor every single day of this tour.
Right.
Such a stupid fucking goal. But you know, to me, it really made sense at the time. It was about it was respect for my craft. That was my show of love to what we were doing. You know, like I don't know, it was stupid. But yeah, it came from Johnny thinking I was fucking trying to be gross.
Right.
You don't know gross. Thank God I didn't do something grosser that I'd want up.
That guy's face said it all. That was awesome.
Good time, man. I fucking got a lot of video from the especially the Griller store. I'll tell you, man, like I don't know, just saying this, but like it's really hard when you're doing it. But yo, I forgot how good we were sometimes. Or like, especially like toward the end,
I hope
we were a
you're
lot
fucking
better.
good,
Like,
man, I've been
you
playing
never
for fucking 20 years at that point.
sure. I'm not even talking about like executing the songs live,
Right.
like well live. I'm just talking about like the chemistry of that last lineup, like on stage. Like I mean, I'm like, you know, I feel weird, especially in public, tooting or horn or anything like that, man. But like, not even like I'm not even really speaking of how we played, which was I was very impressed with as well. But like Just the chemistry on stage, man. You know, like, which was so not ever a plan. It
Yeah.
was so not like just like that specific when it was me, you, Dean, and me, you,
Mikey and
Dean,
Matt.
Mikey, and Matt Johnson. It's fucking characters, bro. You know? You and Mikey had great chemistry on stage. Like when Mikey was fucking with you across me the whole time. Dean
Right.
was fucking with Mikey across fucking MJ's fucking making funny faces. Fucking me and you were fucking with each other. Everyone's busting balls. I roast the entire band. Fucking, it's just like I don't know. I guess it seemed normal in the time, but like recently, I have found like we brought a couple cameras out on the Grillers tour, and like there was so much footage I never got to go through it, and a lot of it wasn't that good to be honest with you.
Right.
At least what I had seen at first, but now that I still haven't been through all of it. I've been through it, man. I see some of those videos, and it's like I don't know. You
Fucking A.
never realize it in the moment, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's hard
like
to
I
see
said,
it in the moment.
yeah,
It's-
because we're critiquing little
yeah.
little things.
Too much.
There was we're speaking of like our live performance and our chemistry and just how we played off each other. Just like not to say we were the first band to be like that, but you know, we were entertaining. Some fucking characters, you know. I don't think we realized it then.
It would
Just
get
lots
out of
of
hand
little-
sometimes when we used to like when Mikey used to strip.
Yeah. Well, Mikey's stripping. You weren't there for.
I
a
was
while.
there for some of them. It's not like it happened one time, Joe. It's fucking
No, that's by no means. But I mean, that started actually when you weren't there.
It started because you guys, yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
we
needed
had to.
because actually, as it was told me, is that you were getting a little too hammered, and like there would needed
Right.
also to be some time to be filled, and like you guys would do like this little interlude.
Yep.
Where Mikey would strip.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I think I was just drunk and yelling at Mikey one night on stage. I told him to strip. He put his bass down. We took way too long between songs. I started ordering drinks, and people loved it.
Right.
Like it just kept going over real well. And then like Matt Johnson and fucking Dean had like written a riff for it, and like that. Do you remember we used to do like what we called the feature? You know, like where we had like a little break. I think it was in Nowhere to Run. We would like break that down and be like elongate a section.
Yep.
Dudes would take a solo and like introduce the band. Like that just kind of became Mikey stripping at one point. And yes, totally because I was fucking getting hammered. Yeah, became a thing, man. Certainly became a thing. A lot of those videos, I would love to get some stuff together. Man, I want to fucking, I don't know. We've said this before, but like I want to do a Patreon too, man. You know, like I want to do something. You guys all have fucking doing all this cool stuff, put covers out, make cool videos. Man, I want to have a podcast too, bro. I'll
Fucking-
interview you.
It's
You
not
know-
all sunshine and rainbows, Joe. It's just
Come on,
it's
I know
trial
that,
by
bro.
error here.
You know that I know.
I would prefer not to be this guy. I would be preferring to, you know. But this is what we're left with. I'm I'm here to fucking entertain. I'm a social butterfly. I need to fucking talk to people. I talk to my friends.
What I'm saying is that I'm sitting on a lot of material, dude. Like I'm hoarding video footage from every band
Right.
that and content and just like
Yeah,
like
man.
songs, demos, flyers.
That stuff should get out, and that's definitely the route to go. It's just
I've been hoarding it
building
for
up the
years.
audience to have that stuff is the hardest part though,
I
because you don't
have
want
a-
you don't want to give shit away like that when there's only 10 people or
I
whatever.
won't. It's not
Yeah.
about, dude. And the allure of me doing that has nothing to do with money. I could really use money, but only for the that's the whole thing. The reason I'm not doing it is like I got to make it awesome, dude. I don't
Yeah.
want to let all that good content go without.
That's what I'm saying. It can't just go when there's
I'm
no
just
one
gonna
paying
let it go.
attention. You know.
I want to make cool presentations with it, man. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of video that I just haven't. Dude, I haven't had a computer to edit video ever. You know, like to really do anything, man. Like and like I don't really trust many other people to do it. And like I know what I want. You know, I have tons of footage that is lucrative to somebody, and the only reason it's not that I'm hoarding it. It's I've always held on to it for the day that, like, hey, hopefully one day someone want to do a box set or a documentary or like a fucking some type of featurette or a retrospective of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like I've been holding out for those type of things, and that's why I keep it to myself. Um, but there is so much of it where I could do a couple things and still not give away the farm. But I mean, like to me, it's like I would love to use, like I said, I'm not sure. I don't want to do it for fucking cash, bro. But like it's fun to me. It's an excuse to release content that I've
Yeah.
been looking for ways to avenues to get out for a while anyway,
And it
and
gets
just
you
should be seen.
motivated. Like, oh shit, I
Absolutely,
gotta
I
do
love it.
stuff.
I adore it. I adore doing it. I love making it. I but I'm so far behind on the equipment. I need to do it. Like I mean, like man, I've never recorded a demo of a song I wrote in my life by myself.
Right.
It's like I wrote the whole first hour record
With an
using
acoustic
my
guitar
phone
on your phone. Yeah.
and an acoustic guitar. And every song is written so I could sing and play them at the same time. Like because I couldn't get the idea down unless I could sing it and play at the same time because I couldn't multi-track things. And that worked, and I hit a wall with it for a little, or I didn't hit a wall with it. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I just like was getting the same results when I would write like that. And I wanted outside input. I didn't want to be the dude. Dark Company, I never wanted that to be like a solo project.
Right.
Like I
guess the first
always
song
wanted
that
it
I
to be a
wrote
band.
or that I contributed to was Lone Star State.
Yeah, officially, and 100% of it. I mean, aside from the lyrics,
The
but the
lyrics,
music.
yeah.
I didn't touch the music in that song. I didn't even think I touched the arrangement in it, dude. I think I did it exactly
Yeah,
as you said it.
you were like, yeah, I got lyrics for it already.
We were so not serious about that shit. You didn't show up to the fucking that recording when we did it. When we recorded Nightmare on 7th, Loki missed the first 2 dates of recording.
Yeah.
So I did all the guitars on it just so I wasn't embarrassed that we booked time and our guitar player and show up. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm tracking today first. And like did all the tracks and shit, man. And I mean ultimately when Loki showed up, you came in and fucking right.
Yeah. Well,
You
those
came
songs
in
really
the end
didn't
of
need
it.
a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they didn't.
Nightmare on 7th, that was
did
pretty
the
bare
solos
bones.
and all the
Just some octaves over here, some like guitar wise.
fixed all my suck.
No, I was just saying there was not a lot of layers that needed to be done. Like it was a lot of doubling.
Yeah.
A lot of doubling octaves and shit like that, but we didn't layer that shit with harmonies like we did in Plastic Smile. We really knew what was going on.
Well, in Plastic Smile, we made a decision, if you remember, too.
Yeah.
Like we had there were 2 changes in that era that were conscious. And it was like, well, do you remember this? I had got on you and Matt Johnson at that era writing Plastic Smile, and I was like, let's fucking what was exactly what I was gonna say? I didn't want us to show off. What would I say? Come on, look, you're supposed
I don't
to
know what you would say, but I
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, take this back to the beginning of the band.
Yeah.
We set out. It was me and you made this, or I made it, and you were on it with me. But we were trying to put together the most overqualified punk rock band that we could.
Right.
Like we just wanted dudes who were too good to be in a punk rock band and smart enough to understand, how awesome that would be, or we're not so self-absorbed that they could come in and play music that was supposed below
this
them.
is too simple. I can't do this.
Yes.
Right.
And let me tell you, there's a lot of motherfuckers who won't do that because they think, they're just too good for that. And
right.
They whittly, man. They don't fucking, what, you want to play power chords? And with me, Loki and Matt Johnson, we were all had that attitude and we're well past that. Like none of us felt that we needed to show off on our tracks or anything to make that shit awesome. We were really
gotta write a good
stoked
song.
about making really good songs and tracking them really awesome, and performing them really awesome live. But no, at one point we had turned the corner on Plastic Smile where we started writing songs that needed 2 guitars.
Right.
Like, I mean, we had always had a rhythm guitar player in and out, but we could have been and had on and off played as a 3-piece up until that point. So that doubled. And the other thing is we were writing songs that I could no longer sing and play. You know, like or I could never be the guitar player of the band anymore at that point. You know, like it wasn't gonna happen. Like we would always need two guitar players, and Joe wouldn't be able to be one of them anymore. And the other thing is we our gear. Remember that?
Yeah.
We had made we couldn't fit in a lot of venues that we would play anymore, or we didn't want to.
We didn't want to. That was the thing. Like, yeah, we're stepping our game up.
There were literally 1 or 2 venues that we couldn't play.
Yeah.
But we turned a corner where, or I don't know if it was my fucking thing and Loki went along with it, or we were all on it together, or what it was. But I made like a rule at one point that like we're gonna fucking full stack every night, regardless of how ridiculous it is, regardless of if we needed it or not. That we were gonna, regardless of if there were 300 stairs.
Yeah, we just
that the band was.
Yeah, we wanted to stick out. That's a way to stick out.
To me, it wasn't. It was totally a. Yeah. I guess it was an aesthetic thing. It was, yes, it was unnecessary. The rooms we were playing in, it was definitely unnecessary. But it was a Ramones thing to me. It was an aesthetic thing. And just the idea, there was just something fucking so fucking, it's the truth, man. I didn't make this shit up, bro. Something awful rock and roll about having fucking cabinets behind you.
Yeah.
You know, like we had much more than a punk rock band needed. You know, like in the a la Ramones way.
We had a shirt, no? What was the shirt?
Yeah, we had a black metal looking t-shirt,
right,
with an alternate logo that was barely legible, and it said punk rock performed by metalheads.
Right.
Like,
that's what we were. That's exactly, that really narrows it down for you.
That's what I'm saying. That was from before we even had a couple songs.
Yeah.
That was the idea. It was like, let's get a bunch of metalheads to start a punk rock band.
That's all we were.
Who don't want a showboat. But yeah, at that point it was I guess the point of what I was saying is that Plastic Smile, I had said to both you and Loki, and you and MJ, and we'd, and even having Mikey was our first like bass player. Like he wasn't a guitar player who played bass. No disrespect to anyone who played with us beforehand. Sometimes it was me. Mikey's a bass player, and at that point the band was really good. Matt Johnson's fucking a Berkeley graduated jazz drummer, man. He's much more talented than you'd ever fucking see or believe in watching him play. It could blow your mind. Very talented. He plays every instrument. Johnson's something else. Very lucky to have him in our band. Mikey's one of those naturals, Loki's a natural,
You know what started the path, I think? I heard Stripe's rendition of Plastic Smile.
Yeah.
And from there, it kind of clicked. Like, all right, I see what's going on, and I expanded on Plastic Smile a lot. And fucking, all right, this now I could wrap my head around this. But Plastic Smile kind of kicked that off. Like, all right, I see where we're going. I see what I can do. This is definitely, I can do this. This is awesome.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted to I wanted that metal to be on our sleeve still. I wanted the production of a metal band. Coming out of Doomsday too. Yeah. I wanted the production like that. I wanted to sound modern. I didn't want to sound like a classic band. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I mean, at first we were like, a lot of the songs on Nightmare on 7th, I was like, some of them were like Social Distortion-y, or like,
yeah.
I just wanted to, I don't know, man. I didn't want to, I can't remember what we would say, man, but I encouraged you guys to fucking, to play more on those records.
Right.
Like to not hold it back, man.
And I think, when I wrote the original structure of WHB, and I showed you, like, I was so hesitant to even show you that breakdown part of, like, just dueling guitar harmonies of fucking with a breakdown underneath it. I'm like, I don't know about this, but
Yeah, there's 3 guitar parts there, maybe 4. Not very punk rock.
Do you remember Mikey's reaction video when when
have
they
it
showed
still.
him for the first time?
We gotta bring it up
reacting
on
to
here
that
one day.
breakdown. Like, he's, you know, it's a punk rock song. It's a punk rock song. Stuff's happening, and then all of a sudden it changed, and like that reaction video is just golden for me.
Yeah, we literally have a video of Mikey hearing our song WHB for the first time. Like, we wrote it, we sent it to him, we needed like his input on it. And dude, we didn't ask him for a reaction video.
Right.
You know, like, we didn't fucking like nothing. We just had him a song. And he happened to record himself when he did it. And it's awesome, man.
Drunk.
Yeah, of course he's drunk. But Mikey like has a moment. It's awesome. That's how we knew that song was gonna be rad.
I'm like, oh yeah, that works.
Yeah. Did that even have the lyrics on it then, or was that just
No,
music?
it was just the music. It was just the music.
And
It was slightly different. That song didn't stick from the original thing, but I mean, most of it was kind of there, but it changed around a little bit. But yeah, that's another song. I wrote it in a different
that's
key,
another story too.
if you remember, and we had to change the key. It was a little. Yeah, there's that song went through a lot of changes as far as like the key and stuff.
How many groupies have I had banged on the road after the stage floor?
They were all lined up waiting to get some of that fucking.
Yeah, we had the
Joe,
girls in the
they're like,
shower
oh,
count.
Joe licks carpet. I'm ready.
Yeah, the lick in the carpet really did good for me, dude. You know, like that like opened me up to a whole new demographic. And like I was also experiencing in those years, I was bartending as well back home. I was experiencing that it turns out that I'm a cougar magnet.
Yeah, huh?
I didn't ask for this. I don't have no taste for older women. You know, I don't not either. I'm just saying, like, it's not like something I wanted to be. Like, cougar magnet picked me.
It picked
Get
you.
me in a lot of trouble. So,
Right.
yeah, man, the carpets, you know,
Well,
get me in some trouble. But to be honest with you, I'm it's possible 0 actually. To be honest with you, get me in a lot of trouble. But yeah, no, I don't think groupies were not a word on those tours, really.
no, on those tours too, like, we were just lucky to fucking make it to the next show. Like,
Yeah. And we were so stoked that we were.
right.
We broke down way too hard for any of that, man. We lived in a van. Our fucking balls stunk.
Right.
Like, you know, like we didn't stay in hotels and shit like
It's
that.
not this thing, you know, touring. People have this fucked up idea of touring, which we'll have to get into next time. We've been on for
Wow.
2.5 hours.
Really?
Fucking yeah.
Wow.
Maybe next time we'll talk a little bit about
Tour balls?
what people think tour is to the reality of the modern day touring, because they see Motley Crue videos behind the music and they think
I think everyone knows
that's
it
what
certainly isn't
everyone's
that
doing.
anymore. I think everyone knows it isn't like that anymore. But I still think that people
Bro, people think that it's just a fucking jolly good time. Like, those guys are out there partying every
It
night. Like,
is.
there's a lot of that.
It is. And it isn't.
Right.
But when it isn't,
It's not Motley Crue cool, I'll tell you that.
no.
I have a great time. But it's not what was advertised to me when I was a kid. You know? Like, what was advertised to me when I was growing up, fucking wanting to fucking, you know, just looking up to Slash and shit like that. There was a fucking certain image of that 80s glam, fucking 80s metal, that I did not get to see that lifestyle at all, ever. It was a fucking false bill of goods. We did not see that.
Yeah. I always feel
Maybe
like
you're
I
too
had
young to fucking know what I saw. I was
I know what are you talking about?
fucking
Like,
growing up. I thought it was
saw
gonna be
a Motley
fucking,
Crue video.
yeah, let's go.
Jeff Frummis, what's up, motherfucker? Love that dude.
Jeff Frummis. I either need to go on Jeff Frummis' podcast or he needs to come on mine.
Yeah, I enjoy his podcast. I watched a snippet on his today.
Let's make it happen,
about
Jeff.
Sid Vicious and Jerry only fucking getting his hands on some sick shit stuff. It's pretty awesome. I have watched more of Jeff's podcast than he'd ever believe. Actually, I'm a little behind at the moment. What's it? They came from Lodi. Is his page
Right.
fucking awesome? Jeff is
Where they
good
talk
buddy.
about like the 77, 83 Misfits stuff.
He did a very special Chud episode that you should check out. Look, you would you'd enjoy that.
What is it again? They come from Lodi?
Yes. I believe that's the name of his page. Is that correct,
There you go,
Jeff?
Jeff? Shout out.
Jeff Frummis, he did Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal B.
He did our fucking
did our Indiegogo video.
Indiegogo video where I got yelled at.
And I hope we took care of him fucking well for that, because I think that, I don't know. I hope we did. Like,
did we pay Jeff? Because I don't want him to talk shit about
Jeff.
us on the internet.
I don't think we paid Jeff, but I think that
maybe we should pay him so he leaves us alone.
No, Jeff has never said anything about that. But I do wonder if we've ever, how that was worked out, or if it was negotiated that he did it the way he did, or if we were jerks in the end and didn't take care of him and we should have.
Right.
But Jeff has never had I've never had it held to me. And me and Jeff did a lot of time on the road together. We did
the Blitzkid tour.
Did the two Blitzkid, American and the European Blitzkid tour. Jeff's worked really hard in those tours, man. He would stay up later than me.
We're going to end this here. Goes on every Monday, so there's no need to fucking keep going here. Fucking 2.5 hours is enough.
Hold on, though. Did we finish everything what the fuck we were just saying? Because I forgot.
Let's talk about it next time.
I can't remember 2 minutes ago.
Well, you want 2 minutes? Go ahead, talk for 2 minutes.
I'm just saying. Give me like. Can you think?
This is what it's like on tour. Actually, if you want to see what the tour life is like, you're seeing it right before your eyes.
Dude, one of these nights we gotta fight.
We gotta
we gotta fight.
Fight about what?
No, just to get ratings up, bro.
What would we fight about?
I don't fucking know. Sure, fucking. You can't think of anything that fucking we disagree about. I'm not talking about, like, I don't want to do like Metallica, Megadeth, or nothing.
No, that's too easy.
Yeah, I'm over it. I don't participate.
And you're over
retired.
Yeah.
I'm retired from the conversation. 241. Could we go to 245? It's 245 now.
What could we possibly? I don't know. I don't know what we could possibly fight about now.
See, and I'll tell you guys the truth. Me, Loki has never once since these first podcasts ever told me what we were going to talk about when we get on here. And like usually I hear from him like an hour before this.
Right.
So.
This is all kind of just off the cuff.
I'll tell you, at the beginning, you were being very sequential, and I was surprised at that. I didn't even know you were going to do that. So at this point, we jumped around so much. It's like,
I didn't know how to start. How do you start? I guess when you start something, you got to start from the start.
That was smart. And I agreed with that. But we've been around now. So I don't know, man. We're going to have to, either we're going to have to go find the things that we missed in the middle now, and because there's still a ton.
There's so many things.
But I don't want to be getting my balls out on here, or have to maybe we'll fight or something, or
I mean, we could fight if you want. If that's what you want.
I mean, I don't want to fight.
I don't know why you're asking for a fight, but I'm sure I could bring things up that'll fucking
sure, man. You have no problem fighting.
That we can just argue about.
Find something. There's something. There's plenty of things you don't agree about. And gotta get the heat going here, bro.
Right.
You remember, bro. Band beefs, bro. Remember all that shit? How fuck what did band beefs do for us over the years, It's true, man.
Yep.
We gotta get the ratings up, bro. We need crickets over here if we don't, bro.
Do you remember for a long time that I was the only one that wanted this, and it kind of still do.
What?
Just like what you said, I wanted to band beef all the fucking time. Like, who can we start a fucking fight with?
That's what I'm saying. No one was worth it.
Who can we fucking write a diss track about? Who can we have this fucking, when I see you at this venue, we're throwing down.
No one was worth it. We never had a band rival that was because you give.
I wanted it to be like Eazy-E and Dr. Dre. Like, who could we just fucking continuously write diss tracks about?
You're giving a lot of, I'll tell you, man, I don't like to give, if you're a motherfucker and I don't like your band, you're a prick. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'd rather not give you props. You know, like I'd rather just not bring up your band or not fucking give you fucking.
Right. Well,
eh, eh.
that maybe that's the reason to buddy up with someone and create a fake band beef.
Well, that's totally what I think happened with the MGK
You know what I
Eminem
mean?
beef.
Like
I think that
let's get
MGK Eminem.
Goolsby in on the gag. He's a clever fuck. You know what I mean? We'll just start fucking ripping on him, and he's got to fucking retaliate and fucking write a band like a beef about us, and then we just keep bringing each other up.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you, if we did do that with Goolsby, I think that he would be the most likely to fire back with a rap song.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Goolsby might like totally write a rap song to fire back at us. Like that's how out of left field that might go.
Yeah.
I could see him firing back like that. Wow. I don't want to shit on Goolsby though.
We gotta get the whole
Who don't I like?
the whole crew in on us. Nim Vin fucking writing a beef about fucking
Like Nim
Goolsby.
Vin.
Me writing a fucking beef about Nim Vin.
We definitely need some fucking like there's probably a wrestling term for this.
There's heat. Called
Yeah,
heat.
man, we need some heat.
We need some heat.
Yo,
Well, I got natural heat with you know what it is. There's
no,
natural
fucking-
heat.
Why don't Chudley come on your show, bro? But you got to do interviews. That's right.
Is Dean falling off the bed? What? Can't tell. Oh, that's just
No.
water. I thought that thing with the
I'm pretty
lining
sure
was
it's
his
sleep,
arm.
actually.
Right.
Hey, it's very nice. You guys check out I don't know what Dean's got promoting, man. But you check out you check in on Dean. He's been fucking big help over here, fucking keeping me in his studio, hooking it up. What I was saying about Patreon before Loki. Well, you guys hit Loki's Patreon. I don't know anything about it. I gotta look into it. But what I'm saying is, man, I've been really thinking about it again at this point, to an extent monetarily too. Just to fucking get some gear together to fucking make some stuff or to make something of the content I have. Because yes, I have tons of content, but I'm just not gonna let it fly willy-nilly. I didn't save it all this time for it. So I want to like start putting things together and like making real content and like, like maybe like shorter things that, put a home video out or something. But, like
the way
a lot of video, a lot of audio, a lot of stuff I'd want. I like to, I'm a production snob, man. I like things to look good. I like to, I enjoy the aspect of just like I did with when we did, what were they called, Kickstarter and shit.
How I see it is, especially why I released those fucking those songs in the spring, like there was just stuff laying around that like now we have all this time, we're sitting here fucking, we could just, it's never done anything for us. Why would we just allow this stuff to never do anything for us?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's time to let that stuff go. And also, I know that you like things wrapped up in a nice package, but think about how cool it was when a band where you heard some of the rawest fucking demos. Like,
I'm totally about that.
Guns N' Roses, for example. Me and Jason would fucking nerd out about the November Rain fucking cassette tape that we had. You know what I'm saying?
But that was released after November Rain came out. Is what I'm saying. You didn't hear the November Rain demo and then 4 years later hear November Rain.
But I mean,
that I'm not about.
I'm not about that either. But there's plenty of material that we have of songs that have been released. Fucking
Tons of it. That's what I'm saying. I just want to. We let it go on demos, outtakes, obscurities.
Yeah.
My only concern with that is and again, Patreon.
That's only scratching the surface. That's not.
Oh God, yeah. No, there's only 2-3 demos on it.
Yeah.
This works even better than the format of demos, outtakes, obscurities, because my fear with that and why demos, outtakes, obscurities is not on Spotify, which I might change soon, or you can't hear it online anywhere. Like you have to have a physical copy to hear that record. Is because I just never wanted anyone to stumble upon our band for the first time and hear our 4-track demos, remixes,
right,
or acoustic takes. Like it's so unexemplary of the band. I would just hate for that first impression to be like everything on that record is just so out there. On the other hand, I could see how a fan of our band would appreciate all those tracks. So
Just having it be there. And plus, I mean,
it's funny. Appreciate it, like it.
Yeah, the description is there. This is a fucking demo.
Yeah, but that doesn't translate to fucking like Spotify like that. You know,
Does
like,
it
just doesn't.
not? I don't know.
I don't feel.
You would have to put it on
a
the track.
shuffle and like.
You would have to put it on the track title that it's a demo.
I would hate for you to have heard of our band and then found, stumbled upon one of our demos that some of our demos sound really good too. You like stumbled upon that and thought that that's what we sounded like, and you're like,
I mean,
fuck
it
these
says
guys.
it right there in the album title. It's fucking Purities and fucking demos.
You of all people are gonna tell me that people read? Get the fuck out of here.
What does that mean?
Because motherfucker, fucking. Bro.
You can't see my face. I'm smiling, but.
And fucking like, if it says something on a sign, like over at the merch table or something,
Yeah.
look a little rude, man. Look a little rude. It's not even just a little rude. He just doesn't tolerate,
Someone's saying
laziness
I
and
did a
stupidity.
Chud episode. I did not do a Chud episode. There's a fucking snippet
Jeff did a Chud episode.
of me talking about Chud. Oh, of Jeff's page?
Yeah, Jeff Promise.
Did he do a Chud episode?
Yes. He did a very special tribute to Chud.
I did not see that.
It's heartfelt and touching.
I have not seen many videos. In fact, I only saw the first video the other night. I could not sleep. I was fucking.
First video, what?
I was going on YouTube, just looking up shit, and it randomly came across my feed. I'd never seen any of Jeff's fucking videos before, and suddenly now there's one on my feed, and it's the one about, you know what it's about, and I watched the whole thing through, and that's the first one I saw, but I did not know that he did a Chud episode.
Yeah.
The one I watched, it pertained a lot to me. Let's put it that way. It's fucking, that's the one I watched.
Gotcha. I don't know, man.
But that was random. Like I was not looking for that video. I didn't even know you had a podcast, and I came down. It just came randomly to me, and I'm like, all right, well, let's give this a go.
Man. He calls it Facebook Evil Live.
That guy can talk.
Jeff?
He can talk.
Jeff's awesome, dude. He's fucking
really lays it out for you.
he's a
I wrote to him correcting him on
nerd.
a couple of things, but that's kind of why I want to go on a podcast with him, so we could just have that conversation of like revisionist history and just talk about stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, me and him. We're fucking love the history, the details, the fucking, like, enjoy Jeff. It's a good time. But he's very talented too. I love his work. Whatever the case, that's what I'm saying, man.
Is Chud in trouble? I do not know anything about.
What's trouble?
I don't know. He could not be. He could be. He could not be. I really don't know about it. I know.
What are you referring to?
Say it again.
What are you referring to?
I heard recently that there were allegations about Chud being in trouble. Is that true or not true?
I don't know
the news behind it. I
think that he got fucking roasted. And I
roasted?
don't know if anyone fucking went and snitched about it.
Gotcha.
Fucking, everyone was suing him. I would say
I'm
no,
not,
though.
I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm asking you legitimately if he is in trouble or it was just a roasting.
Not that I know of.
Gotcha.
I think that what's his cancer slug came down on him. For I guess yeah, that's what it was. Chud was accused making a fake document, allegedly fake document.
Okay.
That Alex from Cancer Slug was arrested. I think a drug charge, something racist comment that was racist allegedly.
Okay.
Which apparently is wildly untrue. Apparently that's not the case.
So it's just beef.
Yeah, it's just beef. Apparently Chud has fucking like cop family, and let me tell you, it was really poorly executed. If someone was trying to blackmail someone,
right,
or if someone was like it was pretty poorly executed. And I'm not.
So that's what that was. It was like a blackmail attempt to fucking.
Well, no, I wouldn't call it blackmail. I think that
Listen, I honestly don't know a thing about it. I'm not.
You want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
I think that it was a brilliant ploy by Alex Story to do great public relations for his new record and his new single, which conveniently came out that week. And that Chud was on his motherfucker list as it was. I mean, we've known that, you know. Me and you were fucking played. We played with Doyle the day after fucking Chud quit.
Right.
You know, like right when that fucking shit was raw. So we heard all those stories. How many years? Fucking 2014.
Yeah.
Fucking. So you gonna say Chud ain't on the motherfucker list? You
He's
know,
definitely on a motherfucker list.
Catcher Slug's putting a record out. Fucking. And I guess like their single was dropping a couple days later. I guess
So
Alex
it's a
was.
contrived beef, is what you're saying?
I don't know, man. Let me tell you something.
That's what we're
It
talking
was.
about to fucking get some attention.
It was. I'm not talking about attention, but I think that in the interest of Catcher Slug, I think that either that was a great coincidence or a very smart
Smartly
you know,
timed beef.
that would be a coincidence. I think that someone might be helping him, or he
Right
might
on.
have a it's a brilliant marketing coincidence. You know, I'm not saying that Chud didn't do any of those things or anything. I don't know, man. You know,
Right.
like that the document that Chud that allegedly that it's accused that Chud has been distributing
It's been floating
about
around.
Alex. Listen, it's very poorly photoshopped.
Right.
And it doesn't it apparently it doesn't line up with this is fucking stupid. It doesn't line up, like he was on the road when it happened, and like I
Right.
guess Alex has a tight alibi about that. It's undisputable
Chud
alibi.
isn't the best, you know.
But you know where it
He
doesn't
doesn't
work
have the
out.
best Photoshop skills, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and you know what doesn't work out well for Chud is that like he does the same things over and over again to people. You know, like these stories always kind of repeat themselves.
right.
So it's really hard not to. It's very difficult for him to remain credible. You know, and he doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't speak for himself. He doesn't defend himself. He's not personally the mouthpiece. You know.
Yeah.
You know. So no, I've not heard of any allegations against Chud. I know that there were some awful, terrible, and fucking heavy accusations brought down on him.
Those are called allegations, Joe.
Did I say that, or did I say allegations and then like define it? What did I do?
If someone's accused, but it's there are
I know what
allegations
it's
that
called,
he's done
but
maybe some terrible things. But I don't know, like I am not on the internet like I used to be. I don't see full stories, and I
I'd
don't
happen to
chase
see
full
that.
stories. I don't care. I don't really give a fuck about it.
Well, it was one of those things where like it's a post that got like fucking like 6,000 fucking likes
Right.
in the midst of all our shit because it
So
was
I don't know
fucking
what's true or not true, which
oozing
is
with
why I was
drama.
asking you if there was any merit to anything. You don't know either?
I don't know, dude. I mean, like, I don't know. I from what I read, fucking Alex is probably right.
Right.
I would say so. I think that it's tremendous timing. I hope that it was done on purpose. I hope that he's been sitting on that. You know, like
Right.
waiting, like watching the when am I gonna fuck Chud fucking plant grow? You know, for like a real long time. Like the new record was coming out, and then like maybe that document happened to come out. Maybe that document was really old.
Right.
Fuck, maybe Alex made that document up himself, made it really bad, and just blamed it on Chud.
Could be.
I mean, I think that'd be fucking funny too. I mean, the alligator. I mean, I don't know. He's been on the motherfucker list for a minute, man. He's been on a lot of dudes' motherfucker list. So,
Well,
didn't do it. I don't know. Motherfuckers are pissed. I don't know if it's like legal pissed or just horror punk pissed.
yeah.
But getting that heat, bro. You don't want to mess with Alex's story, bro.
But that's the thing about starting
groups
beef with
and-
Dr. Chud. Like, no one gives a fuck about Dr. Chud, so is it really worth fucking starting a beef over him? Like, if you're gonna start a beef with someone, you might as well get a beef with someone who's fucking awesome.
I don't get him.
Get a lot of attention. No one pays attention to Dr. Chud. No one gives a fuck.
Dr. Chud fucking really like weirds me out, dude. Like because like I feel bad for him. I really do.
Right.
Like I was just so beside myself when I heard that I couldn't believe that he got the Doyle gig.
That what?
That he even got that Doyle gig.
Right.
I really couldn't believe that he got it. Like that was like about the best thing that could possibly happen to that dude. that was as good as it was gonna like Chud still is Dr. Chud, man.
Yeah.
You know, like that is still his persona. He hasn't hung it up by any means. His band is still together. He's still an artist. I believe he does conventions. Like he's doing his Garbage Pail Kids thing. I understand. It's fucking apparently cool. I haven't checked it out. Chud,
I did a reaction video. It was great.
I gotta see it. Chud stays current and is doing stuff.
I always
But, like-
imagined, like, remember he had those head nurses? Like I just imagine him explaining that to somebody, like, we're gonna have head nurses. They're nurses that give you head.
Wow, I thought you meant. Okay. I can't believe that. I can't believe that went over my head. My head.
But I just imagine him explaining that to someone else, like, this is what we're doing.
I just can't believe that he I can't believe that like where do you go from there?
I don't know.
He's not getting that Misfits gig. I don't see that Misfits reunion happening.
Yeah,
He
listen.
ain't gonna play for the original lineup. Doyle ain't calling him back. He said no to fucking Michael.
Hey, dude.
Fucking
Yo, you want to come to South America with us? Nope.
yeah, he said no, dude.
Said nope.
Who else is gonna, you know, like even like I don't care how much you fucking hate Michael or not. You know, like at the point, yeah, I mean, and on the other hand, man,
At
good
that
on
point,
him, man.
I
He's
don't
got
know,
some
man. At
fucking
that
nuts,
point,
man.
it was pretty fucking lucrative. I mean,
Sticks
right
to
now,
his guns.
you know, right now it ain't worth fucking 2 cents. Fucking, it ain't worth the floor that you licked in fucking Mecha Lounge. But at that point, it was fucking. That was a pretty lucrative fucking deal to fucking come out with us in South America.
Absolutely, dude. Even if not lucrative financially, like, but like that's
Right, the opportunity to be, your name's out there, you're doing stuff, fucking.
yeah, that man, that really brings you back into the conversation. You know, like you're gonna get international press about that. You're gonna fucking, not to mention the timing of it.
Yeah.
That band, you know, like all right, that Michael was doing that thing while the original Misfits thing was going was a big deal, and that was cool, you know. But having two of the original, I know it sounds silly, but having two of the being half the band
Yeah.
like that's I don't know, it's
Pretty
a better
fucking
story.
cool.
That's a
Yeah.
story. It's one thing to have the singer of the band, you know, as a solo artist, but to have half the fucking band,
Especially in South America, man, those fans are so passionate.
Yeah.
They're so passionate. They're the most passionate fans in the face of the planet, dude.
Judge
Like
Snow
that-
did that tour, right?
Him being there would have meant so much to those people, and brought him back into the face of, like, all right, I'm doing stuff that's relevant and fucking, you know. I mean, not to say that no, he's not. He had not been fucking relevant. I'll just say that. It's cool to fucking get back and fucking and do something where people are paying attention to you again. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. I hope all those dudes do good, man. Like, you know, like at this point, you know, like it's a rough scene, bro. Is it not? It's a rough crowd.
Right.
It's a rough scene.
Only rough if you make it rough.
It's true, man.
I have a great time with the scene. It's not rough for me.
Well, I'm not really referring to us as much as
That's
I
what
am
I'm saying. It's
fucking
only rough if you make it rough.
with that
You
whole
want to
Misfits
be
group.
fucking idiot. It's gonna be rough. You want to be a dickhead? It'll be a little bit rough. But it's not rough for me. I mean,
I don't know, man. The last year was pretty rough. That shit couldn't have been easy. So you gotta think about it. That was rough. That was rough.
Right.
But you got
Anyway.
a cool podcast.
we're at 3 hours. We're cutting it here.
I want a podcast.
We'll start a fucking podcast.
No, I
Want me
like,
on every Tuesday?
No, can I interview you next week? Yeah, right. I want to interview some motherfuckers, dude. I want a podcast. I want to record my own demos in my own house. Tell
Right.
you guys what to do. Do you remember, like last time we let me fucking? I'm always the youngest guy, so like I'm always like, yeah, let's do one of my songs, guys, and everyone's like, Joe's songs
I don't think that ever, because you
Sure
already
did.
had your songs. I don't know.
for years. Respectfully so. I was a kid.
Right.
But when we started doing Joe's songs, things got cool, man. I'm just saying. Joe's got good ideas, man.
Right.
Wait till you hear my demos one day in 2025 when I fucking learn how to record demos and fucking, have a podcast. I'll be the.
Did you hear that thing I did in context? Do I have to record a new solo or what?
So you sent last night?
Yeah, did you hear it in context with the rest of the song at this point?
Yes. I did. I think now fucking Dean's sleeping. I don't know if I'm gonna get a bust down of it tonight. I need another day on it. Let's tell you that.
Well, let me know because
Dude, do you know what I'm talking about in anything, the Buck Cherry version? Did you listen to that in the last 2 days?
No, I do not listen to Buck Cherry.
I don't listen to Buck Cherry either. That's just one of my favorite songs.
I've not heard anything in Buck Cherry.
You've never heard that?
No.
It's an old cover, dude. You've definitely heard it. Anything by Dramarama. Buck Cherry does that song.
Right.
That section transitions the same in that song as this section is going to. Like identical. It's all the same fucking
I'll
pieces.
have to hear it. This is the end. There's Atro music about to play. Guys, thank you for joining me. Go to LokiGuitarOfficial.com. There's merch. Announcing the merch. Going to get better. The music is too loud.